And I think things are slowly up and running. Yeah. Yeah.
We're up and running?
I think we're up and running. Hey everyone.
No.
Welcome to another live session on the OPLegends channel. My name is Wingless. I'm on OPL, and I'm joined by Energy and Jordanbitious.
Hi.
Say hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hi.
So, today, I'm gonna be grinding an OPL. The two of them are, I think, still in the SMP, and they're gonna do some stuff on the Sibdan SMP. But I'm on OPL. But we're also collectively going to do some Am I the Bad Guy, or for those that know the more inappropriate way of saying it, Am I the Wait.
Oh yes, that is much more inappropriate.
Wait. I've got the soundboard thing. Am I the So
Do I have it muted?
God.
I have it muted.
Yes, because you guys would abuse it horribly. So yeah, we're gonna be going over some stories. We did this a while ago. Jordanbitious and I, we have our renegade advice and kind of like how we feel that like what we feel about the stories. What's our input, and then we like hearing from those in the chat. Anne's gonna join and give her 2 cents as well. I think it'll be interesting. It'll be fun.
I'm here. It'll always be interesting.
I liked it. I liked it last time. It's been a while since we did it, so figured I'll do another one while we grind on OPL's second week. Yeah, woo! So without further ado, how's everyone doing? Let's start with just something simple.
Overheating, but doing fine.
Fine.
Come on, be a bit more elaborate.
I am super fine.
Super fine.
Super fine.
Soup.
I guess I'll try and make a base. I guess.
You're gonna try to aim to make a base. Nice.
Yeah. I just don't know where.
On a side note, we are gonna see if we can have everyone on the SMP. We'll do in-game open house or an in-game town hall, and then we can go over a few things as well, so that in case people are not sure what they should be doing or where to go and stuff like that. So I think that'll help everyone. But on OPL, if you're joining us here, it's just grinding, trying to get higher enchants, getting more orbs. And going from there. So, yeah. But we're going to do story time as well.
Nice.
Venom's mine is still basically our playground right now. It's getting us all the beacons and all the advancements that we need to move forward with. So that should be good for now. But yeah, I'm actually excited about the Am I the bad person content, because man, we haven't touched it in a while, and some of the ones we got before were they were horrible. And people are just like, it makes me question the normality of a lot of people, and yeah, I don't think that's gonna change anytime soon, unfortunately. And I think the stories we're gonna get today is gonna be the
chaos.
It's gonna be the same thing, yeah. So
yeah.
We'll see.
Honestly, I like them.
I like the stories
like
in the sense that it's entertaining, but man, if these were people I met in real life, whoo boy, I would
We'd run away.
I would question wanting to be friends or have any relationship or anything with anyone, because oh boy, some of the stuff. But let's see if we picked some good ones. Jordan, do you want to start or do you want me to start? I don't mind.
I have just opened it up and I found a few. So this one seems a little spicy to start.
Oh, we're gonna go start with a spicy one?
Well, I mean,
I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I haven't read it before. Let's go.
All right, let's go.
Okay. Am I the a-hole for missing my sister's wedding to grieve my husband's death?
No.
There's a lot going on in that.
I know, that's why I was like,
On
There's a
initial,
lot going on.
yeah, on initial like messaging of it, I think no. But when these are like the very normal sounding, they're usually the ones that turn like the most curveball of them all.
Mhm.
So no, I think someone grieving for their like, unless it's like 30 years ago, and even then, no. You know what? No, my initial thoughts right now. No, it's not bad.
I'm waiting before I judge.
No, you have to prejudge.
No. You have to put in your 2 cents before we start. That's part of the fun. So, I would say...
Give me a second.
I mean, considering I just read the first line, I would say it's probably not an a-hole move. So,
Probably not, no.
Mr. Fresky,
Probably
woo! Welcome to join us.
Welcome.
You're just in time to join us on the first story.
Alright, so, am I the a-hole for missing my sister's wedding to grieve my husband's death? I, 25 female, have been married to my husband, 26 male, for 4 years. My husband passed away 2 weeks ago.
Oh, wow.
From an underlying heart problem, and my heart has been shattered. My sister, 27 female, was engaged to her fiancé, 29 male, for about a year. They had dreamed of a big wedding together, and so they worked very hard to make it possible. Sorry, I just have to sleep. Okay. Me and my husband were so excited to go to said wedding, and we were so happy for them. Me and my sister were always close, and we always dreamt of getting married, so our weddings were a big deal to us. Unfortunately, 8 days before the wedding, my husband was rushed to the hospital.
Oh.
I sat at his bedside the entire time. It pained me to see him suffer, and I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy. 3 days after he was brought in, he passed away. I have been grieving the loss of my best friend since then. I called my sister to tell her the news and told her that I might not make it to the wedding. She then screamed at me through the phone.
Excuse me?
Saying that I was ruining her big day for me to just sit around doing nothing. Although I understand how she feels, I can't put myself through the pain of plastering a smile on my face so soon after losing him. My parents called me the next day to try to reason with me. I felt bad for missing something as big as this, but I genuinely couldn't pressure myself to go. I decided not to go, and I apologized to my sister and her now husband for not making it. My family and her husband's family are blowing up my phone for ruining their wedding and not being considerate. I'm still mourning my late husband, and this isn't making it any easier. So am I in the wrong?
No.
It's not even 2 weeks, not even a week since he passed.
Yeah.
Holy shit, self-entitled
2
bitch.
weeks?
Oh.
2 weeks was calling it generous.
Like,
yeah.
Well,
because he went in 8 days and then 3 days later, so it was like 5 days before.
Fresky, I'm sorry you're having a horrible day, and I hope this is entertaining you.
Oh no!
What the flying F is wrong with these people?
A lot.
Are you
a lot.
Like? This is what I was sort of saying is that like you find out how so many people are so into themselves, and it's like, hey, like, what did you want? What did you want? Like her to do at the wedding, and you know someone's going to be like, hey, so where's your husband, over and over and over again, right?
Oh, so I didn't even think about that.
So you're gonna have literally a reminder over and over again throughout the whole wedding, because people don't know, and rightly so, they're not gonna know. But then you have the freaking family that's like, oh, how dare you ruin the wedding? Excuse me? Yes, I'm sorry. I'm sorry my husband decided to croak because near your wedding. If he knew that this was so important to you, he would have done it after the wedding. Like,
Yeah, it says
Honestly,
an
the
underlying heart problem. So, it's kind of a freak thing.
But the thing is, too, like, how can you celebrate someone's love when you just lost the love of your life? Like, that's like stabbing yourself in the heart even more.
Yeah.
Like, and, like, I it's not even the part, like, they should have realized, like, oh, no, you know what? Like, yeah, that's a big deal. I'm sorry you're going through that. We understand. No, it's not even like, oh, well, okay, I guess. Like, it's not even, like, a neutral response. It's, you're ruining my wedding. Excuse me? Like, oh,
Bridezilla moment.
The self-centeredness of it is absolutely just bonkers to me.
I agree. That's just insane.
People are people.
People suck.
Like, people need to stop sucking like that. What?
Yeah.
Just, if you're someone like that, just stop it. Get some help. Like, it absolutely...
Stop it. Get some help.
It's absolutely...
I was wondering where the asshole part was gonna come in, and it was actually the sister.
Nowhere!
It was the family and the sister all along.
It was the family and the sister, yeah.
Oh, that...
Figures, though. Figures.
I am so sorry for her. I hope like she's doing better.
This was written today.
Oh.
3 hours ago.
I literally would have gone violent if this was towards me.
Yeah, I think so too.
I don't even think she has the energy to be violent.
No, I know, but I would be so sad. I would be so sad if it would fuel my anger.
I'm just so I'm just disappointed so much with the fact that both families, it's not like,
who gave them the right?
How can you be so inconsiderate? Like, I get it. It's a big day for two people getting married. I understand the huge thing about it, but someone's life extinguished, ceased to exist, and you're gonna start yelling. You're gonna start yelling at the person over the phone about how they're insensitive and ruining your day. Yes, because their day is peachy. They're just laughing up a storm. Like, just awful people. There's no
really,
way in heck that they are at all. So I decided to clean my desk today. Did you break something? I feel
break something.
I feel Fresky break. I think Fresky broke something. If he's stating that he cleaned his desk.
Broke what? What do you mean?
Well, I mean, he stated that his day has been horrible, and that he cleaned his desk. So I'm assuming something's gone.
Yeah, I know a bit more of the story. Just a literal tiny bit. I can confirm that the desk collapsed.
Oh, jeez.
That's just about the only thing I know. Plus that, he had to get a new one.
Yeah, Vixie.
Oh,
but let him tell. We'll let him tell the story.
I was lucky enough to pull my PC and screens off my desk before it collapsed. Oh.
Whoa.
Ouch.
Ole mole.
Also, Vixie, thanks for the monumental amount of ranks. Vixie just sent me a bunch of funds. So now I'm at 91,000. That's fine. Ooh, bigger bottles, but that's fine.
I was forced to go outside and see people.
Oh man, I was forced to touch grass.
Alright, so I think
probably didn't even touch grass.
I think it's unanimous
Oh yeah.
That she is not the a-hole in this situation.
I forgot we were doing this.
Already.
Yeah, my ADHD is kicking my ass lately.
Oop. Alright.
No, well, but is there any, like, what are the comments saying? And is there, like, any, like, other, any, like, response?
Your sister is awful, your family's awful, I'm so sorry for your loss.
Yeah.
Lack of empathy. Yeah, can you imagine if she'd actually gone to the wedding, everyone asking, oh, hello, where's husband?
Called it, yes, exactly.
Yeah. And then how would you even reply? Oh, he died 5 days ago and I was bullied into coming here so as to not ruin the wedding.
Yeah.
People are like, what the heck? Your parents tried to reason with you?
My chest hurts from someone else also saying the exact same thing I said. Because it just, like, listening to like, someone actually going, like, hey, where's your husband, when you know, oh, that hurts the heart. Jeez.
Mm-hmm.
For a moment there, I thought Jordan was referring to me. No.
What?
Morticia was responding in the chat.
Oh.
But, oh, that's whoosh.
Ouchie.
Just whoosh. Okay.
Oh yeah, it's... It's,
okay.
Pretty
Quick
unanimous
question.
as well.
Quick question. Wing, do you remember which way in the end y'all went?
Sorry?
Do you remember which way y'all went to look for end cities?
No.
Because I don't want to remember.
Literally, it should be easy enough because you're going to see torches. You know, the thing you don't put down? So take a look at that and then you'll see. All right, let's go to a new story so that my heart can feel again. I hope. Okay, this seems like a usual, normal thing that happens and people should stop and maybe not do. Cool. Am I the bad person for confronting someone that moved my stuff in a coffee shop? I think if you touch anyone's stuff that is not yours, you're in the wrong. Like,
immediately.
Like, as much as, like, I hate when people try to, like, throw their stuff to try to, like, claim like a spot or something like that. Even if people do that, like, no, it's not your stuff, don't touch it. Just don't. But, like, if it's like if you're already there and they throw stuff, then yeah, there's a bit of a thing. My initial gut feeling right now is that they're not the bad person, but I'm curious to see where this goes. What do you think?
I agree with you here. But I just realized I forgot to put down my cords to get back to the end. To get back to the overworld.
Good luck with that. Story time!
No, I just went back and I found one of the endstone bridges y'all made. So I'll be fine.
Alright, let's go with the story now.
Yeah.
The story of throwaway for obvious reasons. I was working in a coffee shop and using the plug next to my table. Everything was fine and dandy until...
A lovely person.
Sorry. Everything was fine and dandy until I went to the toilet. Thank you. That's an image I needed to hear. To read. When I came back, someone had moved my stuff and unplugged my laptop and taken the table next to me. I was confused, but tried to remain civil and asked them if they had unplugged my laptop and touched my stuff. They said yes, as they wanted to use the table, and asked me what I wanted to do about it, as I clearly wasn't using it. Wow, okay, well, a little bit of an attitude already. I said I would like to continue using the plug as I was before, as I have work to do and my laptop was now off because it had no battery and already lost work because of this, and that's why I was set up in the spot in the first place. I go over to the plug, which he had, okay, it was a he, had covered with stuff, only to find out that he wasn't using it himself. So I was confused why he had even unplugged my machine in the first place, as it wasn't in the way and there were other seats available all around me. I plugged my machine back in and he reluctantly seemed to allow it. I think that's it and done, and go back to sit down when he makes a comment about if I wanted to use it, I should have been there and it was my fault. Really an unneeded comment at this point. I tell him I was and had just been... Sorry, because it keeps resetting where we're at in the game. Anyway, been there and it was my fault. Really an unneeded comment at this point. I'll tell him I was and had just been away for a minute or two for a wee. He starts arguing that I wasn't and unplugged my machine again. Now this is where I might be the asshole. As I said, there was no need to be a C*NT about it when he was being very confrontational already about it. He says, "What did you just call me?" And I repeated it. I honestly never used this word, but I was beyond frustrated at this interaction already. He puts his finger in my face and starts yelling, "Never call me blanking blank again. A effing C*NT again." And I said, "Or what?" Repeated the word again.
Oh my god.
Act like a C, get called a C. It's only logical. As I try to sit back down, he makes another comment. "Why are you trying to prolong this?" I wasn't. I was sitting down, so I ignored it because he was looking for a fight. Then from that point, as I tried to get to work, he kept making comments if I took a sip of my drink, or turning around and staring at me and saying, I thought you had work to do. I decided to leave because I was uncomfortable. Was I the bad person? I know probably didn't help with my reaction, but was I in the wrong to begin with? All comments welcome. Thanks for your input. Edit. Just to address 3 of the most common queries. Battery is shot, so dies once unplugged. It was a dedicated co-working space in a coffee shop. Only 1 table in use by me. Meaning there was other space around.
Oh, I've got so...
How does people feel about this one?
Ooh, don't get me started.
I mean, that's the whole point now. We're starting.
You have been started. Please.
Okay, good point. I literally just close his laptop on his friggin' hands and just...
Whoa. You're saying the poster is in the wrong.
No, dude. The dude.
The other person, the other person's not even using the plug, not even using a laptop.
Mm-hmm.
He just took the seat.
He had to use it.
No, he didn't.
She did say that.
She had to.
I am so confused now. What?
Yeah.
I wanna punch you, dude.
He just took the spot. Like, he took a spot nearby and unplugged everything and moved stuff so that he could take this space for some reason. I'm going to go on a limb, and it's probably someone who has, like, a spot that he always takes.
Why go out of your way to be an inconvenience to somebody
Well,
that you don't even know?
When you're self-indulged and self-centered.
If it's someone you know and you don't like, I can understand at least why you would think and do that. But that's just because I'm mean sometimes. But like, to someone you don't know?
Jordan, what do you think?
I think that it sounds like everyone in there is looking for a fight.
Everyone came to the coffee shop instead of the bar shop for a fight.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I think that it's annoying when, like, someone unplugs your stuff when you're using it. I don't know that I would have confronted the person, so I guess they're braver than I am.
To be honest, I
don't know. Seriously? Wow, I already have a wandering villager here. My house isn't even built.
On the, yeah, that happens a lot. I hate those wandering. Oh man, I've got... Okay, overall, I don't think the person is ultimately a bad person.
Right.
I do think, like, flashing the C word is, like, you're definitely getting into, you're provocating someone who's already easily provocated. So, like, you're going the extra step to be like, yeah, well, this is going to start a fight, so enjoy getting a fight, right?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I won an Apollo rank. I'm gonna probably give that out at some point. Cool. Or Mort might need it if she doesn't have Apollo yet. Who knows? So yeah. That's a thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think... Okay. Mort has Apollo, so I don't have to worry about that. Cool. I might give that out to someone then, who's on the... who joins the chat, maybe. But yeah, no. So I think so the guys initially, so not the original poster. So the guy is initially the jerk. Absolutely 100%. Like, don't touch other people's stuff. Clearly take a hint if someone is sitting there already and there's already stuff there. Don't sit there. And like, how dare you like unplug anything, whether or not you think you're justified by it. Don't.
Yeah.
Like it's like who died and like made you the freaking I'm allowed to handle other people's stuff police. Like, no, it's so no, you're a dick on that front. And I'd rather say D than the C word that the lady colorfully used. But no, it's even worse than that, because then like when people like get into conflicts with people, are they surprised that like, oh, you're actually like replying to me in a negative manner when I did something negative to you and clearly am being negative towards you? Like, what do you expect? Like, I don't understand. And like, it feels like people have blinders on for like when they speak and have their actions brought up. But the minute that like they're called out on it, well, that's not what I said. That's not what I meant. That's not what I did. And it's like, you don't listen to yourself, do you? Or like, you don't realize this, do you? So like, this guy's definitely like that type of person. And oh, it's disgusting. But I will say the original poster could have avoided the colorful language. It could have been better handled. But like, I don't know. There's basic etiquette as far as I'm aware. Like, when I've gone to like work at a coffee shop, like, especially I guess it's just because like we were around students a lot of the time. So everything just seemed like it made sense that people were using the space. And if it's claimed already, too bad. Unless you sit there and there's nothing there, then like if someone goes, oh, that was my seat, but like there was nothing around, then like at that point there's maybe a level of argument. But if there's clearly stuff that's there, then like you're going out of your way to being like a terrible person.
A douche.
So why people stop people peeps my peeps. Could you not be a jerk? Just don't. Even if you think you're in the right, just don't be terrible. Why do I have a lot of pet boxes? I'm gonna store these pet boxes. But yeah, just why are people mean for the sake of being mean? I don't understand. There's no...
I don't understand either.
People don't be mean. People don't be mean. I don't want people to be mean. And like unnecessary.
We don't like and we don't understand.
I don't like when people are just like unnecessarily mean. Let me check the comments real quick. Cuz I'm sure the comments I'm sure the comments are... I think it's going to depend actually. As long as you're drinking your coffee, you certainly should be allowed to work in peace without anyone touching, let alone moving your stuff. Most coffee shops are set up to accommodate people doing so. Yeah. Not the bad person. All these pearl clutchers saying you should have been a polite little angel are wrong. Wait, are there people saying the opposite? The saying you can't argue with stupid applies to this one. No, that's oh wow! Everyone who had like a bad comment, some are like it looks like they deleted their comments. So most are saying, not the bad person. They do point out the escalation, and some people are a little bit more like prolific on the side of like the more the action of like causing a continued argument. But otherwise, yeah, most people are saying, "Oh, whoa! I found one. You're the for not breaking his... Oh, ha ha. Okay, that surprised me. You're the bad person for not breaking his finger when he shoved it in your face. But also, I'm not known for my composure, so also not... Okay, that would surprise me. I thought like someone actually had another one. Yeah, everyone's just like, it's basic etiquette. What are you doing? Like straight up, don't be
a douche.
Don't be a douche. Like, you should know basic etiquette. So yeah, everything is just horrible on that front.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm disappointed. This is where like I get disappointed really quickly on from people. And at least like
I've been muted this whole time.
Oh
no.
Wait, why were you muted? Oh, you muted yourself.
Yeah. Didn't realize it. In other news, I found a panda.
Ooh.
Ooh. I'm luring it back to my house, which sounds weird.
Oh, that reminds me, I gotta find pandas for my base. Darn it.
Anyways, yeah, this person is... I mean, that's it. It's like, you know, they're escalating it, yes. But, it's like, you know, play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
Yeah.
It's like, you're being a dick, don't be surprised if other people are dicks back, you know? Come on, buddy.
Yeah, people...
And an ocelot? Holy moly.
Just don't get into fights, and don't touch other people's stuff in communal areas. Just...
Be nice.
Be nice.
Don't worry. We're happy.
Yeah, no touchies, exactly.
No time.
Thank you, Mort.
Exactly. Hey.
No touchies. No touchy. Thanks, Mushu's Eddie Murphy. Yeah. All right, let's go. Let's see what the next story has in store. So far, both original posters have been not the bad
Nice
people. That doesn't always happen. And when we get one that doesn't happen, boy, does the story sound very, like, rehearsed. So I'm wondering, I'm waiting for one of those to show up.
Wait, what? Venom was here the whole time?
Yes.
Venom was
I did
here
not
the
realize.
whole time.
Oh my god.
You didn't realize?
I did not. Well, yesterday we were playing and he was there, but not. So he was just commenting on the Discord, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, next story.
Next story. Me?
Yeah.
This is a long one.
Tomer, hello. Welcome.
Hello.
All right, Jordanbitious, lead us to
Hey,
the long story.
No, wait.
What?
I'm not talking about to you.
Oh, okay.
The Shoker,
Wait, okay.
the Shoker meanies are trying to yeet me somewhere.
You know what? I'm tired of being called a noob. Okay. So, am I the a-hole for not letting my ex take our sons overseas because our daughter can't go?
Oh, I saw that one. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm curious about that one. Okay, good. I'm glad you took it.
Okay, you'll
that one
catch me up feet here.
That one's gonna be a very spicy one, I think. I actually honestly don't know which one is bad, but I think I'm gonna go with the side of if the family can't go together, then that's the problem. And if there's ever like oh no, everyone but you can go. No, I'm sorry. None of this Harry Potter shit.
What?
Like always have one kid's not allowed to do stuff while the other one gets to do everything.
Oh.
Yeah. None of that. No.
I crashed.
Oh.
So, Anne, what do you think?
I thought you just left out of protest.
And what do you think?
It depends if it was like, okay. Do we know ages of the kids?
Not yet. That's the point. Bob is here. Hello.
Because like,
hello.
Because I know, like, in my past, my mom has gone on trips with just me. My dad hasn't gone on trips with just me. Like, with my mom, it's staying overnight somewhere with just me and her. And no, she's done it with my sister, too. So if it's something like that, I'm like, yeah, then you're kind of an asshole. But if it's just out of nowhere, random something, without good communication, and approval and shit, then I'm like, what the... I'm half confused still because I don't see what y'all are seeing.
Yeah, I think the implication is that like it should have been a family thing, but it wasn't. At least that's what I'm being implied with the initial title. But knowing what happens, this could be all over the place. Bob, yeah. we're gonna be focusing on the am I the bad person stories, so I won't be able to answer the questions this time around. But do get involved with the stories and let us know what you would think in this situation. So Jordan is going to read out am I the bad person for not letting my ex take our sons overseas because our daughter can't go?
Okay, I'm just trying not to die in the meantime, so let me sleep.
Same. That's why I went offline.
Okay. So, and this is like a long one, so bear with me. I, 38 female, have been divorced from my ex-husband, 40 male, for 4 years. We have 3 kids together. 17 female, 15 male, and 13 male. I have primary custody of the kids because we live on opposite sides of the country. Oh, God! A creeper just blew up my house.
I'm about to die, so I logged off.
And this is why gaming and storytelling at the same time can be funny.
No,
Jeez. I mean, I'm glad the panda's okay, but my house. What the hell?
My house.
My
go
house.
Boom.
Okay, so just a second. I don't want it to escape. Okay, that was. I should put a roof on this. Okay, sorry.
No worries. This is funny.
Just give me a second. It shouldn't take long. That was weird.
You know what? That's the link to me.
Because it was like I could see it in the because the game is kind of like paused
Jordan.
while you're on another screen, so I can just see it like yeah.
Pass me the link. I'll say it because I am trying not to die and logged off at the moment.
No, it's okay. Like I said, it won't take long. I just have to put a.
If you're joining from OPL, let me know, and if you have any ranks that you might need, let me know as well. I've got a few spare ones that I can give out. So if you're coming from OPL, just say hi and let me know. Let me know how you're doing. It'd be great.
Goodness.
So Tomer, I don't know if you joined from OPL, but if you did, let me know. And Bob, I don't think you're playing OPL, but if you are, let me know.
Okay, I got a roof on here. Perfect. A creeper shouldn't fall in and destroy my house again. Right. So, opposite side of the country, yes. We alternate major holidays, and he gets them for 2 months during the summer. He works in the entertainment industry in California, and I live near family in Georgia. So, they're in the States. Alrighty. Last summer, our daughter decided that she didn't want to visit him during the summer. She didn't want to miss a summer with her friends, has a part-time job, and had other summer activities that she didn't want to miss. The 3 of us talked about it, and my ex was very understanding and supportive of our daughter's choices, even though he said he was saddened and disappointed by it. But he didn't push her on it, and we all came away from the conversation in agreement. This summer is the same thing. She'll be a senior this fall and wants to stay here with her friends again. We had another conversation, and although my ex expressed his feelings and hoped she'd change her mind, he didn't push her on it. Our sons have been with him for about 3 weeks now. Last week, he called me and asked if I could send him the boys' passports because he wants to take them overseas. Apparently, a colleague of his invited him and the boys to take a trip on his yacht down the Pacific coast for a couple weeks, with stops in Mexico and Central America. This was a spontaneous thing, it wasn't planned. To say I was a bit put off by the whole thing would be an understatement. I don't feel 100% comfortable with it, but I understand it's kind of a once-in-a-lifetime experience for the kids. However, our daughter can't go, and that rubs me the wrong way. I asked my ex if there was any way our daughter could go too, and he said that unless she can make it there by the time they leave, they can't wait for her. Our daughter has multiple activities already planned for that time frame that we have either already paid for, that we have already paid for, or that she is really looking forward to. When she heard about the trip idea with her brothers, and that they would go without her, she was very disappointed. So I told my ex that unless there's a way for our daughter to go too, I'm not going to send him the passports or give him my permission as primary guardian to take them to another country. My ex gave me quite a bit of pushback on it, because he and the boys are really looking forward to it. He said it's a unique bonding experience that I'm depriving them of. When I told him how disappointed our daughter is about it, he said that if she's old enough to make mature decisions about how she spends her time and doesn't want to visit him, then she's old enough to realize that those decisions mean she might miss out on things that her brothers get to do while they're with him. The boys have been practically begging me to go, to let them go, and if I don't let them, they will blame me and their sister for it. Well.
Is that it?
Okay.
Wait.
Get a llama in here. Yes.
That's the whole story?
Yes.
I actually have an interesting opinion about this, I think.
Uh-oh.
Tell us.
So, but no, before that, Anne, you were gonna say?
In my opinion, yeah, I guess it's spontaneous, but don't tell the kids until you've confirmed with the other parent, so you don't disappoint them. Because basically, ex-dude is cornering the mother now.
Yeah.
Like,
Ooh,
manipulating in a sense.
Very, very good point. I do agree with that.
Like, I wasn't not technically kind of, yes. My sister and my mom went to Germany to go shopping. I didn't know about anything. And in a sense, that's just like, I wasn't told about it. I didn't have the chance to say I could go or not. And okay. I feel that sense because, like, if it's spontaneous, I understand. But, like, at least tell me about it in a way, because in the end, I was very disappointed by it.
Right.
I had other things planned too, but that was a coach appointment, and she was like, if I had known, you could have rescheduled. I couldn't even go in the car they were taking anymore. But, like, I understand the point of view from the daughter in that sense. Because, like, that's just hurtful in a sense. Like, he has a right to say, yeah, you can miss out on things if you decide not to visit. But it's also, like, you're kind of asking her to go away from what she's known almost her whole life, and friends she has. So, like, there's multiple layers, and they're all kind of assholes.
So, okay. So this is a little bit of, like, I've had a bit of that feeling when I was younger as well, because when I was younger, Mort would be going places that I wouldn't be able to, either because of my age or because, like, I initially wasn't in, like, the area with them together to do something, whether it was like a grandparents or father or something like that. So, like, I sort of have that feeling of, like, being, like, the removed, being removed out of it type
left
of feel.
Out.
Yeah. Oh, of course. Okay, thanks, Venom.
What?
Well?
Venom gave me a bunch of items.
Aww.
So I get
He wikes you.
He wikes me.
Oh, get well better soon, Tim.
So, like, I get that sense and feeling of, like, feeling like you're being, like, left out on things, and, like, you're not as important. So I get that. With that said, I kind of also understand the aspect of it where, like, she decided to not go visit and be with the father as well, right? So
yeah.
Like, I do kind of agree with the statement that the father made, where it's like, well, you decided to not be here to do the hangout and spend time with me, so yes, you will have a chance to miss these things from occurring. So I think, like, that's a valid point. But the point that Anne made, where this should have been discussed with the other parent before the children even heard about it, what is the right call? Like, that absolutely should have been done. And the fact that it was almost sneakily tried to be done, and, like, because it almost feels like he's doing it in a spiteful way, and I hope it's not. I really don't. I really hope it wasn't, but it feels like it was, and I think that's where I'm a little like, okay, like, why are you spiteful towards your daughter? Like, she's allowed to, like, have her own life as well, and then you just set up this other trip thing. Like, no.
Yeah,
well,
like,
it's like, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah. We also don't know in which way the father was told about the situation, because the kids could have been there, and the co-worker could have said it where they were next to the father. So that's also a point. We don't know about that. So it's messy. It's messy. I love judging people
I was gonna
like
say,
this.
like, up until, like, you know, yes, he mentions it to all the kids, whatnot. But, like, and, you know, like, asking for the passwords because it's a spontaneous thing. Like, okay. I'm still, like, you know, relatively okay with that. But then it's where he turns, like, where he goes, oh, well, you know, if she wanted to be here, then she would be, or, like, it's where he, like, switches, or, sorry.
It's like,
what's the
if she
term I'm
wanted
looking
to go
for?
on the...
Switches
Like,
gear.
he has like an about face, and then goes like, yeah, he's disappointed, but you know, she has her life, and then kind of rubbing it in her face, or like that's where I you know, it's less okay.
Kids grow up. Final verdict, or do we want to say more?
I just
don't know.
I think like this is something that this is something that parents need to, like, especially especially when, like, with divorced families, right? Like, this needs to stop with this whole, like, one against the other, not acting like a parent. If you have children together, whether you're divorced or not, it doesn't matter. You need to make decisions together at the same time. You can't just be like, it's not just a selfish thing or whatever. And you could have made this a fantastic thing for your kids, and it could have been clear with, because I'm sure the mother would have actually agreed, being like, it's like, look, she decided not to be here, but we have an opportunity for the son for this. If she was here, yes, of course she would have been available, but she's not. Like, she decided not to be a part of this for that, and I don't want to like. I think that part, like, if it was discussed properly, and I feel like a lot of the problem that came out of this was how he presented the whole situation, not communicating with the mother ahead of time, not like making it into like a well, she should have done this instead, like the about face thing that you mentioned, like, it really, it sounded more like this is now turned into, well, see, you could have had this, but you decided to stay at home. Like, no, don't ever make your kids feel like you have to make a decision or choice between life or, like, growing up or stuff like that.
Yeah. It feels like the dad is being a bit bitchy about not being chosen over the mother. Like, that he does, it's like he's blindsided and doesn't see that, like, she has the job there. She'll be missing out on money she could be making. She'll be missing out on having fun with her friends during vacation. Like,
so
there's aspects in both sides of being asshole.
I forgot to turn on my pet.
We can't just pick a definite, yeah, you were the bad guy.
Yeah, I totally don't agree with that. Tomer, I'm keeping the orbs right now. I'm using them for the expansion I need to do. So right now I'm not boosting on orbs for people. What do I have? But I do have, like, if you need backpacks, let me know. But I think everyone has backpacks. I don't have anything else. I do have the ranks.
I just now had a slice of pizza because I was so immersed.
Okay, yeah, so what do you?
In the end, I think it should have been a better communication overall. It could have been like the father was not like the father was not the bad person, but turned around and became the bad person in this situation. I think the mother.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
it's like the intention was good, but the execution leaves to be desired.
Yeah, the mother,
because like it's like he got snubbed the last summer. Like, he wanted to see her, he got snubbed, and then it's like, well, you know, the opportunities, like, sometimes opportunities happen when you're around. tough
but
bananas.
also, if he wants to see his...
It's kind of not the right way to go about it.
Costs. It's literally less travel costs. If you think about it like that. If 3 kids are having to travel, does mom have to bring them? Can they go on their own? Or is it just one person that has to travel? Like, there's also things about that, honestly. I'm getting too deep into this. We need to go to the next one.
No. Yeah, I don't. The mother could have been the bad person out of this, but I don't think in the end they are. I think that I think the way that they would be more of a bad person is if like it does remove a bit of an opportunity to the kids, but I think it's really the father could have been done properly. But I could see where people are going to start going probably against the mother, being like, how dare you, like, prevent the sons from getting this? The daughter should have been there, and blah, blah, blah. Like, I could see the arguments coming up regarding this, and I kind of agree in like, a bit. But I think the scale got tilted the minute that the father didn't do this properly.
Yeah.
And I think in the end, it would be the father's fault that the kids don't go, because the father is not the primary caregiver. Sorry, the primary, not ownership. God, that sounds awful. The primary parent. The caregiver, and should have done it properly. And that fault falls squarely on them for that, not the mother. If this was done properly, and then the mother went, you know what, I still don't want to do this, then it's her fault, and then I would consider her that. So it tilted the scales. He is by not doing it properly, but overall, I think it's going to be a mess for everyone.
Yeah.
So what's the mixed verdict? Because I think it's a mixed verdict, isn't it?
They're both. From both sides.
Yeah, it's kind of
both.
I'd say it's more the dad, but
okay, good. I'm glad they're seeing, like, at least most people are seeing it that way. That kind of makes sense to me. And again, I see the point of view, the other side of the point of view as well. But I think if the father had done this properly, then the mother would have been the bad person.
Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely agreed.
This just goes to show, like, how, like, not doing things properly but with a good intention is still a bad thing, right? So like, I think his intent was good. I think the feelings he had and the situation made sense, but he went at it the wrong way, and in turn, he's the reason why this is happening. But of course, the kids are not going to see this, and I've grown up where people are like trying to place blame on like who's had to say no. But as an adult, I realized later on, like, moments like that as a kid where, like, I would have been, like, mad at the person, the teacher, the friend, or whoever, that as an adult, I'm like, oh no, I'm the one who said this incorrectly, or, oh, yeah, this should have been done this way first. So, I think, yeah, it's going to be one of those things where, like...
And like, that's not, no matter how he feels about what his daughter does, that's not a way to maintain a good relationship with her.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, he's kind of like, yes, obviously he's mad, but like he's shooting himself in the foot, going like, oh, I'm mad at you. Like, you're the adult. Act like it,
Yep.
Yeah. I totally agree with that.
How long did we spend on this one?
Well, no.
Well, it's a long story.
It's a long story, and there's a lot to unpack because this isn't a straight like you're bad or you're bad. This is like ooh. It's like ooh. There's a little bit of everything here.
Definitely.
Okay.
It's also kind of a hashtag trauma.
Let's see what's the next story. Wait, I'm curious about the. I'm gonna clearly skim the comments on that one too. Oh wow. So yeah, so
what's happening?
There's a lot of people that are saying that the mother is the bad person. Wow.
Oh.
I said a bit of both.
I'm not even seeing.
Like.
I'm not even seeing. Wow, no. A lot of people are on the. Are saying that.
Yeah, but like it's logical because like. In a sense, it's illogical, and people are like, "Yeah, tough luck."
Okay, cool. The people that are saying no are the ones with like an actual like divorce thing, and they're talking exactly how we're, how like what we brought up. So again, so like wow, I'm actually very impressed how much this is actually the more decisive one. Like a lot of people are saying that that they're and I totally see it, and I know why, but I feel that everyone's directing it to the mother and not the father for not like kind of doing it properly. But I would have thought there would have been at least like a mixed bag to this, and there, yeah, a lot of people are decisive.
I'm undecisive.
The biggest point that just comes out constantly is that she decided to not be with the father when this opportunity came up. It's her fault.
Yeah, that's just people being spiteful. Like, the way I see it, the mom asks politely and nicely if their daughter could come up too to join the trip.
And a lot of people are saying like to favor the daughter, but I'm like, no, it's the daughter's choice that way. It was the daughter's choice to go to do their
not be there.
Yeah, the daughter had the right idea to not be there. But the trip thing, I don't know. I think the trip thing is a bit
If she'd
different.
known about it, she probably would have gone. That's the thing.
No. I think that's even worse. But the trip was found out like a little bit later during the thing, so that part I get. But to like, I guess my side of this is like, I don't disagree with people saying that the mother's the bad person, but I just feel like the father did not do it properly.
Help the situation.
And that's something that no one is talking about it in the comments. And that's the part that bothers me a lot. Because it's not like, as much as I like it's two thing, the father did not communicate that properly and then kind of made it spiteful afterwards. But then everyone's blaming. I don't know. It's sad to see. It's sad to see how one-sided that is, but I get it. I actually do get it, and I know why I get it. So,
is it fun? No. Was it a good story? Yes.
This is why I like these stories, because there's so much that could come out of these things constantly. So I like it for that. So let's see where we go from here.
I just like that I can kind of judge people without being judged for it.
Yeah, that's part of the fun too. All right, next story.
That's not why we like doing this.
We'll just silently judge each other, okay?
Yeah, that's part of the thing too, is trying to see like, wait, you feel this way? I don't know you anymore, Anne. No, I'm kidding. All right, next story. 5 hours ago. Am I the bad person for removing my stepdaughter's bed and giving it to my daughter and making my stepdaughter buy a new bed? Wow.
That sounds like an A-word move.
Excuse me?
That sounds very much like an A-word move.
I'm on that side too, Jordan.
But like we also don't know.
Yeah, but that's the point. That's the point.
Buy bed.
Yeah, but that's the point. We know there's more to the story. Jordan.
Time to figure it out as soon as Jordan answers how she feels about it.
Jordan,
what do I feel?
How do you feel?
I mean, like, as soon as you said it, I just got angry.
Okay, so...
Okay.
So
person is A.
So we all three of us vote that the preliminary...
It seems like an A-word move.
All
right.
Yeah, we literally thought the same.
So here's the original poster by Final Turnip 3585. I have a daughter from a previous marriage, 15 Jenny, and a stepdaughter when I got married to my wife. So this is male. Okay. So the OP is a male. We both have primary custody of our kids. My daughter took the transition decently well, while my stepdaughter, Emily, 15, did not. So family therapy mostly with her mom and her, but I and Jenny will come in for some sessions when wanted. Overall, I thought it was going okay. Jenny got a job the moment summer started. She used to have a twin bed, but when Emily moved in with her queen-size bed, that's all she wanted. So she basically saved all her money and bought herself a queen bed frame and new mattress. She loved it. So Jenny bought herself a bigger bed. Got it.
Oh.
The two kids got in an argument. It started out over bread. Okay. But got more heated. My daughter made a comment about Emily's dad not giving a poop. It was unacceptable. She got her phone taken away for a week, had a lecture, banned from her club for a week. And of course apologize. We talked about getting her to do therapy also, but that got interrupted. For context, Jenny is mixed and Emily spray painted slurs on her new bed frame and mattress. Excuse me? So my wife and I made the decision that Emily's bed would go to Jenny until she buys Jenny what she ruined. It's going to be expensive, but she has a job. Also lost in privileges for a month. Her options are sleep on the floor or the couch. I got a call from her father. He went off. I told my mom what happens, and she also thinks I'm a bad person for this punishment. So that's the original story. There's an update.
Shit you don't own.
Oh,
we have more tea?
So there's an update. So update. After a long talk with Emily, she handed over the money for the new bed. She had enough in her savings from her job and Christmas money. My wife handled the racism talk and had a long conversation about her ex-husband with her daughter about him basically abandoning her. Individual therapy for both. Also for people saying I dig at her father is just as bad as destroying property with spray paint and slurs. It's just wrong. Wow, people in the comments must have been horrible. One was words and the other was fiscal destroying property. They don't match at all. I agree. Wow, okay. See, this is when those titles flip on their nose. And now I'm like, you know what? The punishment actually makes sense to me.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah.
Especially when I'm sorry. Like we should be in a day and we should be in an age now where like we're more accepting of people. There's no like how many years and how much like issues have we had regarding like racism and sexism and like people's identity of themselves and all that and like people being angry for what? if it doesn't involve you and it doesn't have anything impacting you, don't perpetuate the problems. Especially if it's not gonna, like, if it's not harming you at all. But then, like, what this bothers me the most is that it's basically the stepsister basically going one step further and being, in this case, racist. So, like,
Yep.
I could not imagine biological sibling or step sibling or friend to do that to me, and I can't even fathom how harder it could be for someone who is in a position where that's, like, more impactful. Like, no, just the betrayal of a family member, let alone
always stinks.
The social, like, discontent that this is, like, continuously been perpetuated. Wow, I'm not saying that word properly, but just no, like, people be better than our last generations. Be better than that. You should not need to, like, to resort to those things. Like, and there's no, you could be angry, but, like, unless the action was, I don't know. I feel bad for the family now, because then, like, that's a huge deal. Like that's gonna hurt the family, and
big time.
This is definitely two sisters, step or otherwise, that are gonna have a hard time having proper trust with each other, because one's always gonna think that, like, oh, well, you're secretly racist, and the other one's gonna be like, oh, well, you're secretly taking, like, I have to walk on eggshells now because everyone's on your side, and I'm just saying it in a way that, like, what she might consider, and and, like, it just sets such a bad precedence, and it's sad.
It will cause so much. It will cause such a rift in the family,
if not already. And I will say that I'm happy that, like this seems like it is a household that can afford to try to, like, go to counseling, go talk to someone and stuff like that. Not everyone gets those levels of outlet that get that level of professional help, and
not everyone sees the issues that's needed.
Yeah, and it can lead to so much
that they need help.
And it can lead to so much level of depression, inner turmoil, self-worth being, like, kind of removed, and then feeling lower about yourself, and how, like, other people should be better, like, other people are better than you because that's what you were taught and, like, perpetuated, and that no one should feel that way. Everyone is worth the same. I don't care what you feel. No one's worth more than another person. And there should never be a level where you think that you're allowed to say something to someone in such a manner, or make someone feel less than themselves. Yeah, just no. That made me sad again. Wow.
Yeah.
People suck. But, like, coming from a stepdaughter, like, and they're 15. That's what 15. Even, like, that's what drives me even more nuts too. Like, girls
are mean, man.
Girls are mean.
Girls are mean.
Yeah, I think there was a movie about it. I think it was called "All the Girls Are Mean."
Oh yeah. I think I've seen that one.
Bunch of mean girls.
I think we're missing out on Mean Girls. Yeah, exactly.
I'm purposely making that joke. Like, trying to avoid
As was I.
Yeah, Jordan, any final tidbits?
I mean, they really got us in the title. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I agree.
Bamboozled us.
Bob, have a wonderful day. Do rest up well, and you two have a great day, and thank you for joining for the little bit.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
But yeah,
hope we entertained you.
This is one of those This is one of those titles where, yeah, we get completely flipped upside down, and we need to take a minute to just sit right there and figure out what is going on.
Yeah, definitely.
So how's everyone doing now? Everyone's doing good? Everyone's
No.
not angry or feeling that society is completely...
Oh, I wanted to say F word. We're completely F worded.
It's like there's a lot of franking.
They're completely F worded.
Oh,
you know
man.
what I'm realizing building the base like away from everything is that I don't want to be that far away.
Oh yeah, I've realized that too.
I'm just like, why didn't I just build something closer?
You know what I also don't like? That I died in the end, and I'm trying to get back to my stuff.
Oh. That is not cool.
No, it's not. It's painful. And I don't know if I will be able to get there.
There's so many terrible stories still to come.
Alright, am I doing the next one?
Yes, please.
Okay. Whew. Okay, so there's a...
We will be connecting with long distances with... Yeah, okay, yeah, we're looking on the SCP to do Nether Highway, so if anyone wants to start working on that, go for it. And Venom says Ann equals big noob.
Oh, shut up! I feel bullied.
Ann's a noob. Noob.
I feel bullied. What did we just talk about?
Yeah.
Girls are mean.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Jordan. No, that was great.
Okay, so just give me a second. Oh, that's what it means. Okay, because there's like an acronym here that I was like, what the heck is that supposed to mean? But I know now. Okay, so am I the a-hole for naming my son something different than my STBX, which is soon to be ex-husband, and I agreed upon, therefore taking away the chances he'll have a child with that name?
Well, it would be a constant extra heavy reminder for her. I guess. So, like, I understand not wanting to do that.
Ooh.
But what went wrong in those 9 months?
So wait.
You first agreed to it.
So just to confirm, so the title is like stipulating that like these two are no longer going to be together, and but they had agreed upon a name before, and this person's deciding to rename. Rename the child afterwards.
It would appear so. Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah, but
it depends on the name.
Whoa. Okay, this is
okay. Jordan, can you confirm for me? She said the name of the soon-to-be ex-husband, so it would be like naming one junior. Is that what is being said?
Should I just go for it?
Yeah. Sure.
I mean, okay.
I don't know if it's junior. I don't know if it's something.
Okay, good. Like, there's no information to confirm that. Okay. I
because
think
that's the way I forget.
The only thing I'm going to be bothered by this is that there still needs to be an agreement between both parents whether they're going to be separated or not, because they're both the parents. And if this gets unilaterally taken to one person just because the relationship is over, that bothers me. So, but if it's a name that is like
agreed,
that is agreed upon because it was gonna be something like it was meaningful for a specific reason, but then that meaning is almost like removed now that they're separated, then a new decision has to be made on that.
I'm in pain.
So
Okay.
I think this could lead to them being the bad person. Only if they are unilaterally making the decision on the new name. So that's where I'm going with this. Like, no, but yes, if they're like taking like the choice completely away. Because again, they're both the parents. They're both they should both be together. But again, there could be more to it. But that's where my stance is on that.
Okay.
With what little information.
Yeah, that's why it's like I have no idea. Okay.
I don't want to be wrong.
Huh? Okay, so am I in the wrong for naming my son something different than my soon-to-be ex-husband and I agreed upon, therefore taking away the chances he'll have a child with that name? My soon-to-be ex-husband, should I just say ex-husband? Because it's like...
Yeah, sure.
Just say ex-husband,
Okay.
but we know that they're not officially.
She says it a lot.
Yeah, so not
my
officially.
soon-to-be ex-husband is the fourth member of his family... The Stibbix. Is the fourth member of his family with the same name. So for purposes of the post, it's something the fourth.
Yeah, it would be the fourth in this case.
Okay. It is very
James the Fourth.
The fourth, James the Fourth. It is very important to the family that the firstborn son is named that. His grandfather, father, and himself have different nicknames, but still their legal full name is the same. Not sure what would happen if one didn't have a son. It hasn't happened yet. Another important note. My ex had cancer when he was in his 20s. Chemo destroyed his chances of having kids naturally. He froze his stuff prior, and we used IVF 3 times. This was the last viable sample.
Hello, Ultimate B. Welcome to our story time.
So anyway, my ex and I were still together when I got pregnant. When we found out it was a boy, he asked if we could keep up the tradition. While my husband's name isn't one I totally love, I don't hate it, and we settled on a nickname for it that I actually did like, so whatever, it's cool. I'm not making that up, that's what's written, okay?
Okay.
Then, my ex began having marital issues. He had an affair. Ooh.
Oh,
I filed for divorce.
On that basis, I already agree with the woman.
Yeah. He had an affair. I filed for divorce. I still planned on naming our son what we agreed on. And I agreed that my ex could still be in the delivery room. My ex didn't show up to the birth, despite numerous people, including his own mother, trying to get in contact. He acknowledged a text I sent after the baby was born, but never came to the hospital. I was furious and hormonal and ultimately decided to name my son what I always wanted if I had a boy. It's not similar to my husband's name, nor the nickname we had landed on. I did give my baby my ex's last name, as it's also mine, and I have no plans on changing it, as I built my small business around it. My ex finally came by when my son was a week old. He blocked me on Facebook long ago, so he didn't see what I had named him. When I introduced him, my ex was surprised and asked why his name wasn't what we agreed. I explained that given all he had put me through, he forfeited all rights to picking the name. My ex was pissed and left not long after. My ex's family says I was wrong to do this and I broke tradition. He'll never have another son to do this with. I broke a multi-generational cycle. They claim I should have gone along with it. Even some of my family said it was cold. Am I the a-hole?
Okay.
No. Be
no,
cooler.
No. No, okay. There's a lot to unpack.
Is it okay?
There's a lot to unpack on this, and this goes on a lot of fronts. So the guy cheated on his wife
while she was pregnant.
While she was pregnant, stopped communicating with her while they're still not officially divorced, and didn't come to the delivery or the thing for the child to be born. So, my statement still reigns true with regards to this needed to be a decision between two parents. This guy absolutely stopped caring about being a parent when making those actions. Especially, like, I would have been pissed if he showed up at the doctor's and then the mother was like, actually, this is the name. Then I would have been like, oh, no. Now I'm mad. But he didn't even show up for the child to be born? Are you crazy?
Well, yes,
so.
but we're not talking about me right now. Let's stick to the story. I would say not the a-hole here.
No,
definitely not.
100% not.
I mean, like, I get that, you know, this is his only chance to have, like, his own kid, right? Like, but if it was that important to him, maybe don't cheat on your wife, you know? Maybe,
yeah, exactly.
Maybe, you know, it's like, it's the little
maybe
things,
don't stop
like, yeah.
Don't cheat. Show up to your child's birth, like.
Yeah, show up
Don't
to
be
your
a
child's
moron.
birth.
Are you kidding?
Don't block your soon-to-be ex on social media. Keep contact.
Hello, Alicia, and I hope you're doing well. Where are you born? We're in North America.
I was born.
Well,
I'm not.
Two of us are.
Oh. That's right. Guess which ones.
Well, I already ruined that.
but regarding the story, yeah, no. If this was absolutely, like, you nailed it right on the money on that. If this was actually important, and especially, I mean, you'd think it would be important because he has no more eggs. He can't do any of this anymore. It's never gonna happen again.
Yes, eggs.
No, either one of the individuals in my chat are not my girlfriends. But they
both are.
But they're both amazing people. Maybe with a little bit of psychosis, but that's acceptable.
I was gonna say.
It's part of the package.
It's part of the.
It's included.
It's part of the air quotes charm.
Yes.
Air quotes. You didn't have to do us like that.
Damn.
What's is there a reason you're asking where we're born?
Oh.
It's not usually a quick comment that people ask, so I'm curious as to why that's important. But that's why I said North America. It gives a general idea.
In the hospital.
It's just it's a big big area.
But yeah,
yes,
no,
it's true.
But regarding the story, like, yeah, if this is actually important, this guy would have
acted differently.
Yeah, should have actually been involved. Should have been
would have.
Yeah, but like, let alone, like, let's even still include the fact that there was the marital problems, right? The fact that he's making this say, oh, well, this is tradition and all that. Okay, cool. Well, I mean, you're still being allowed to be part of the family. You should be there when the child is born. Like, what the heck?
It's literally tradition to be there when your child is being yeeted onto this world.
So yeah. I feel, so I get the whole spitefulness, and I still feel like there should have still been a discussion, but when you can't even
how would she have had a discussion?
That's where I was going with this. But that's where I was going with this. Okay. It's like, you lost your chance at that discussion when you didn't make yourself available.
Yeah.
So, and Mort, I don't know if you're trying to chat with us or not, but I think you're muted.
No, Mort has been here for a while.
Yeah,
that's true.
But she might be muted.
Like, since we started.
So
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Next. Oh wait, no, we need to decide.
oh no, so
not, definitely not.
Yeah.
yeah, so while I think there should have been a discussion, the guy made it like nigh on impossible. So no, that's
well, I tried to contact you, but you blocked me.
Yeah, you blocked me, and you're like, you could have done better.
Lost your chance.
Yeah, so it's not like he loses the, who knows? I guess if they're gonna be divorced.
Oh, sorry, Mort. I thought,
but
I thought Mort was trying to respond to us, but it was work related. Never mind.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so you still have the chance to see your kid, hopefully, unless that's not tradition.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah.
I love that you went there. I love that you went there.
But yeah, it's a name.
Suck it up, Buttercup.
Yeah.
In the words of Venom.
If it was actually like, I hate people. This is another one of those things where people are like, oh, it's tradition. You should have done this and blah blah blah. It's like, I'm sorry. If this was important to that person, they should have started, not having marital things. But let's ignore that part. And if we're just thinking about the kid itself, well, you should be involved in the kid's life and involvement. And if you not made yourself available and you only came to see the kid a week later, yeah, no, I'm sorry.
A literal week.
No.
You lost your privileges.
That's like, it's like,
sucks to suck.
I'm sorry about your other medical problems that prevent you from having another kid. Maybe you should have thought of that a little bit more before not showing up and stuff like that. So,
yep.
Still bothered by the not
Yeah.
decision thing, but the decision thing was taken away from the guy from his own actions. So,
yeah.
That's how you know you bleep, 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 bleep,
bleep. So bad. Okay, let's see. Actually, let me check the relics first real quick. Claim that. Can't claim the other ones yet. That's fine.
You gotta check yourself.
Alright, let's see if we can find ourselves another saucy story.
Oh, God. No ways.
No, that seems...
That seems what? I don't see anything.
No. Do we want to deal with another parent-child thing?
No. No, we'll get into trauma. And
No, you know what? I've got two
trauma.
small ones. Yeah. Well, we'll do one, and we'll do a sibling one. I think that's relatable.
Yeah.
All right. 9 hours ago, by deep assignment, am I the bad person for not buying my brother a birthday gift?
Depends on the reason. This reminds me. My dad still needs to send me like a Venmo request for his birthday money. Because he wanted to buy something and I'm like, bet, sure, just send me the request and I'll send it to you. But he still, to this day, has not made the request and it's been half a month later.
Is Anne's dad the a-hole for not sending the Venmo request for his own birthday present?
Why is he buying his own birthday present? Anyway, no, we're not going into your life situation. We might actually.
Well, sometimes you know exactly what you want, and instead of asking people to buy you stuff you don't want or need, you can get the thing you want and ask for money. Right?
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Yeah. My dad wanted something.
So he's not the a-hole.
Okay,
he's not. I'm just being a little bitch.
Yeah, that's anyway.
Anyway.
So So what's the verdict for you both?
No, she could have been cooler. Literally.
I'd say yes.
Yes,
Definitely.
For not buying a birthday gift. I agree with just that statement as well.
Oh god, I'm still back on the old one.
Oh, okay.
Dude, honestly, I say yes, but will immediately change my answer if it's to do with income.
We've been bamboozled before.
Yeah, so
exactly.
Let's see if the bamboozleness will occur. Okay. My parents think I'm an asshole.
They're right.
That's the first sentence. I'm not even gonna censor that one. I think that's just funny.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Is it enough?
I'm wondering if this really makes me a bad brother. I, a 23-year-old male, have a younger brother who just turned 6 on Saturday. I didn't get him a gift. I made a cake with him because he is in that arts and craft age, and spent the day with him too. I don't come back often since I moved away at 18. I thought it was a nice way to celebrate his birthday because he really enjoyed decorating and eating the cake. A quality time kind of gift. The reason I didn't buy him a gift was because I don't have a lot of money right now. I got into some credit card debt, which I've been paying off for several months now. So all my spare cash is going towards that. I also usually buy him Lego or Play-Doh or fun things for us to do whenever I come to visit him. I will admit I spent a lot over the year, but this whole not buying him a gift is me trying to be financially responsible, so the next thing I buy him doesn't put me in more debt. My parents think I'm prioritizing my friends over my brother because a lot of my debt has come from nights out at the pub and making plans with them. They think I'm incredibly selfish and a bad brother for not buying my little brother a gift. However, I think spending time with him and making something is just as good a gift, especially when I don't see him often. Am I the bad person?
Can I request the link so I can read it? Because I had a mini emergency I had to deal with.
Oh.
Yeah, I could do that. If I can find where Anne exists in my chat.
Thank you.
I'd say, like, you don't have to necessarily buy something. Like, he said he made a cake with him, So that's still some QT. But,
yeah, I don't.
Or, it could be like, make him a card and go like, hey, I owe you a nice day out, or, a trip to somewhere or something. Like, it can be planning something for the future. It doesn't have to be like a gift, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think the fact that there was actually I would have been bothered. I would have been more bothered if it was immediately a like, oh, I didn't do anything for my brother.
I didn't care, I didn't think of him.
I showed up and did nothing.
Yeah.
But it was like, no, I went out of my way. We spent quality time together. Like, I actually think that that's probably a bigger gift than anything else. Does it suck that he didn't get a physical gift? Sure. But, I mean, to go and say that, like, oh, well, you spent all this other money on your other friends and now you don't have enough for, how dare you? It's like, okay, sure. But to say that I didn't do anything is a different thing.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone's spending money. Everyone spends money irrationally, and everyone like has a reason for it. And some people get into like problematic debt because of it. Others, like, other things come up. So like I think it's terrible to like have someone be like, oh, well, you're in debt because of that, so how dare you be in more debt now? What kind of message is that? I'm glad that they actually did something with the brother. I think that given the circumstances, that was the right thing to do. being like, well, I don't have money, but I can spend quality time, actually have fun spending time with my brother, and like doing something together rather than just be like, here's a gift, bye.
Honestly, yeah, I agree with that. I just read it through. Like I said, it's because of money, financial issues.
Yeah.
Why would you ask your kids to go further into debt for your other kid?
Oh, well, because you're spending it on your friends and not your family, and that you should have thought of that, and that's why you should be in more debt now because of that. That's illogical.
But we also don't know. Maybe did the brother buy the ingredients for the cake? Then he did buy a physical gift, in a sense.
Yeah, I would assume that
I would value quality time over a gift if I don't see my sibling for a long time.
Yeah, even if it was like a $20 box mix, you're doing something with you don't want it complicated for a kid anyway. It's not like, all right, better sift that flour and cocoa. You better not ruin the cocoa. Oh, you ruined the eggs. How dare you? Now your cake's gonna taste like eggshells. Like, no.
A creeper just blew up my panda.
Nah.
Did you just...
I just taken it out of my house to bring it back to the base, and a creeper was right at my door. Well, that sucks.
Are you not putting lights around your base? Is that it?
I did, but I'm not gonna tell you
Anne
where
exists, yes. Mr. Fresky, Anne exists.
Oh.
Yeah, I just have to run up and down to my...
Alright. I'm giving up on this space.
I'm gonna find a new location.
I had to look for a gaming room because I forgot to clean something up that I should have. Because my sister's girlfriend is sleeping over.
Okay, so you're heading off for a little bit?
No, I'm still here. I'm just talking quietly.
Okay, that's fine.
That's why I had to reread it myself because I was doing that.
That's fine. But yeah, I think again, I would have been bothered if it was like absolutely like just like, oh well, I have financial problems. Here are the situations. I didn't do anything with my brother. I would have been like more on the. Yeah, the scale's more on that you could have...
They're basically asking, like, you know, is what I did enough to not be considered an a-hole?
Yeah. And as someone who cares and, like appreciates, like, gestures like that higher than any other type of gestures, like, to me, that's $1 million compared to, like, someone who could, like, take into consideration myself. Like, because like the problem is like, and maybe it's just how I feel, and maybe it's not real, who knows, but like I do feel that like I tend to like want to reach out to people and care and want to communicate with people more than others do for me. And then when I get surprised and I have people who do reach out, who say hi, who interact, I feel like I get that little like happy feeling in my stomach, because it's just like, oh my god, like someone wanted to actually talk to me today. It's someone that I haven't had a chance to talk to in a while. This is really nice. And I think like that level, like even like that level of quality is like 10 times higher than someone just coming around and being like, here's $10,000, bye. It's like thanks,
okay.
Dad.
Well, you heard it here, folks. Don't give him $10,000. You won't appreciate it.
Yeah, I would love actually more like a solid communication than just money being sent, to be fair. It's
also a thing with like young kids and parents that are so busy with their work they just throw money at them for like as love. It's a different situation, but yeah.
So
you got what I mean?
So I think.
Oh yeah.
I think like people depreciate quality of interaction with people, and the value of it being completely like removed, and everyone sees everything like, oh well, it's not a Rolex. Oh, it's a Volvo. It's not
the correct brand.
It's not it's not one of them fancy electric cars. It's not a trip to I don't know, the Dominican Republic. I don't know.
Bahamas.
It's not, yeah, Panama. Like, it's not one of them good trips. So you decide to only do a local park. Well, okay.
You guys have created a deep lore around this.
Yes, we have.
Yeah, so it's just no. I think it's not terrible. I think the fact that like he is trying to fix himself financially. I will put a caveat though on that. I will put a caveat where if it turns around that he then like goes back to do like relapsing and like spending more money on himself, and then like this happens too often, then like no.
And we understand.
Like you're clearly there's clearly like there's clearly something that needs to be improved.
Yeah.
So
I think we all agree on that.
Cool. That was a short one, so I've got another short one.
Go ahead.
The other short one is, am I the bad person for removing my son's door? Yes.
Oh, yep. How old is this one?
I'm not telling you yet.
No, when it was
old?
posted.
This is 1 day ago by Lopsided Advance.
I have seen so many of these. Well, like these. So I'm curious what the reasoning is, but I do not agree with that because that's just invading someone's privacy. Well, removing it.
Yeah, I'm immediately going on the privacy bandwagon. Like, no, you don't want to. No, like,
don't do to others what you don't want to be done to you.
You need to give space to. You need to provide that like a relevant space to your kids. Everyone should have their own space. It's part of development. And like if you take that away, it's just gonna cause even more trouble. So no, like that no, I don't approve of this.
Okay.
Jordan,
is
same thing?
privacy a human right?
Huh?
Is privacy a human right?
When it comes to inter-family things, it's a different story than like outside.
Yeah, than like your personal information. Or stuff like that. Yeah.
It's a different different level of like what's considered.
I don't even know why I ask y'all because like y'all have different laws and rights.
It's true.
Yeah.
In North America.
But in the
Hey, there's a parrot in the water here.
But in the Geneva Conventions, no, I'm kidding. All right. Ryan is 16 and we live in an old house, okay? So the locks on the door are janky. We are slowly replacing them, but due to the type of door what?
The type of door what?
So the type of door we need to get custom stuff or it won't work correctly. It's that or replace all the doors and we don't have money for that, so custom locks it is. Okay. My son's door is usually locked either on accident or because he wants privacy. Go figure, he wants privacy. That's fine, and we didn't have a problem until now. How dare he have privacy now? I check on the kids usually before I go to bed. Sometimes his door is locked, so I just say goodnight outside the door. Last night he had the door locked, but was playing music. It was late, so I told him to turn it down. No response, so I knock nothing. I call him, and it goes to voicemail. I'm panicking at this point and think he hit his head or something. No answer to anything we do, so we take the door off the frame. He's not on his room. He's not in his room. He came back at 4 and was at a party, so he snuck out. As punishment, his door is removed since of the lock. And what? Wow, this person needs to improve their writing.
Learn how to type?
Yeah, his door is removed since of the lock. And it will stay off until he gets a new door in about 2 weeks. That door will have the normal doorknob lock. My husband and I agree with this punishment, but he told his friends. And one parrot keeps blowing up my phone, calling me a a-hole. Not to mention the argument I got in with my son It's for 2 weeks until his door gets here. I need an outside opinion. I can't just remove the lock. It's built into the door. It's not going anywhere. We have to have the locksmith change. Okay, yeah, because a lot of these old doors are set up. I'm not going to read the rest because it's responding to the
Comments.
the comments, but
Do these people even like their kids?
They shouldn't have kids. Like, I understand you should not sneak out.
yeah, so there's like this.
Like, just take away electronics or something. Not just yeet away their right to privacy. Yeah, okay, I've been yelled at by leaving music on when I'm leaving my room. So honestly, I do understand. Don't lock it and have music on that inconvenience them.
Yeah.
Like, at least make sure they can turn it on so they can sleep if they have to work in the next morning.
I like some of the responses in the comments.
Me being yelled at.
I like some of the responses in the comments.
Tell us.
Just like, who's this other parent that came out and started shouting about the issue? But yeah, I think this is a level of trust problem right now. It's not about the door. It's not about privacy anymore. They clearly knew they had a way to try to game the system, as I like to call it, and they got caught, and now they're mad. The consequences are now because of them gaming the system, and that's their fault. It could have been if they were just someone that was honest and just said, "Hey, I'm going to this thing. I'm going to this friend's thing or whatever." If the parents said no or there was other reason, then no. But frankly, it's funny when there's families that have good kids that don't get in trouble, have good grades, they generally stay out of trouble. It's funny how those kids, their parents are like, yeah, I trust you because you've never shown me a reason to not trust you. And even those that have had some issues, it's just like, oh, but they show that they get better or they're improving, all that stuff. And yeah, they're fine. And this seemed like this is something that like happens a little too often, because especially with the fact that the response they gave in their story is like, oh, it happens once in a while where the door is just locked.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
I would have locks too.
But the fact that like this kid tried to like leave music on and like I don't know, like
that's a bad move, honestly. Like we know situations where you're alive and I'm being yelled at because I'm talking loud or being too loud.
Yeah.
So like I understand, like dude came back at 4. Like for them to stop the music, they literally would have had to just pull all the electricity from his room.
That's probably even harder, given that this is like an old house, and that would probably have meant like no electricity for like the whole floor. That's one of the main reasons for this story being more problematic than it is because it's an old house, and it's the door itself and the mechanism within it that is the that led to the weird locking mechanism thing as well.
Yeah, okay. Because I know my parents can literally take away all electricity in my room alone.
Sure, but I think
that has never happened to me.
Yeah.
They have done it to me.
Jeez.
They have.
Oh, so that you're getting yourself, you just constantly get in trouble? Is that it?
I was under the age of 10 back then. Like, if I remember correctly.
You should have stopped going on those kegger parties. No wonder.
You know the problem was? I was on my tablet gaming all night. My iPad. I had an iPad back then.
Oh, and they were telling you to stop and you weren't?
Oh, you know your girl is the greatest at fake sleeping in her youth. but didn't realize that the iPad heats up because of usage. So they could literally just pat my iPad and be like, okay, this girl ain't sleeping.
So you were lying. You killed the trust. That's what I'm talking about. It's the trust aspect of it. How dare you ruin the trust?
Damn.
That's
unforgivable.
Do I want to answer this or do I not?
So yeah, so not the asshole. I'm trying to find. I'm normally very against taking away a door as a punishment, but sneaking out of the house is a huge deal to me. He could have gotten in a bad situation, agreed, and you'd have no way to know. Yeah. One person's hysterically laughing right now.
That's like me.
But yeah, but it's like put a screen. Like they're still asking like have some level of privacy, which I agree. But yeah, the door should not have the lock. Like just like a way to not be able to like still have that privacy there, like even if it's like a temporary door or screen. But just not like don't leave it open up, like especially if they still need to like change or whatever, like the privacy part could still be there without the door part. So
okay,
yeah,
you go for the next one. I'll be hearing everything. I'll be saying what I think in the chat. Well, I'll be right back.
Sure, that works.
Okay.
I will still hear. Y'all just won't hear me.
Oh no!
The gods have gifted us.
How will we go on? Okay, so this one seems interesting.
Oh, nice.
Am I the a-hole for finding out who my cousin's boyfriend really is?
Oh, I skipped that one too. I'm glad that you found it. Okay.
We're on different wavelengths today, I guess.
I saw that and I'm like, I don't know if I feel this one right now. And I went to the next one.
I'm intrigued by the title.
Yeah. So repeat the title one more time.
Am I the a-hole for finding out who my cousin's boyfriend really is?
Okay, see that's a title where you have no information.
I know.
To go on.
I guess so.
So like, you can't even be like, yeah, no,
yeah,
like Robert De Niro.
I feel
Ben
like
Affleck? Like who's the?
I feel like it probably caused rift, which is why it's like. I see. Okay, so do I just go for it?
Yeah, go for it, because I think this is one of those like, you know.
Yeah. Okay, so my cousin started dating a guy who sounded really good on paper. Excellent education, credentials, great job, impressive history of former employment, from a successful family, independently very wealthy. My cousin seemed very, very happy in this relationship, and all our family were happy for her. Some red flags appeared for several family members, though. Inaccuracies in backstories, some claims that seemed overblown. I need to tell every person he met in the family how wealthy and successful he was. Grandiose plans for the future. What? Oh, sorry. A need to tell. Okay. I need to tell every person he met in the family how wealthy and successful he is. Grandiose plans for the future. My cousin is also well educated and a self-made person who has a great job, property, and a very genuine, trusting, and generous personality. The family began to get worried that some of the things weren't true about the boyfriend, and that it could lead to her being taken advantage of, or at worst, made a fool of at best. Okay. She began looking at very expensive houses to buy with him and making plans to relocate. He claimed to have been living in the same small town as me at one point, which piqued my interest. I did some asking around and some internet digging and discovered that literally none of the claims he made are true. He doesn't have a college education, doesn't have a job, isn't from where he claims he's from, lied about the entire family background. Everything is the opposite of what he said.
So
I have proof. Yeah. Other family members did the same and found the same results as I did. I told my already concerned aunt, who then passed this information on to my cousin. She is understandably very angry that we looked into him and his background. He is angry at us for not giving him a chance to tell her the truth about who he really is and why he lied about everything. There is a lot of hurt and upset on all sides, and my cousin is retreating from the family and standing united with the boyfriend, blaming us for causing him undue upset. She says he should have been allowed to tell her about his past on his own time. Am I the a-hole for digging around on his background and uncovering this, or should I have just ignored the red flags and let sleeping dogs lie?
No.
Let my cousin find out for herself. I thought I was protecting her, but now I feel terrible about the whole thing, even though the boyfriend's lies are shocking.
No, okay, I'm sorry, but like, okay, I see this. This is a story like we've read something similar to this, I think, in the past, and it's like,
oh yeah,
it's something that happens often, and yeah, and it's kind of just like responding as well. It's like, yeah, they cared. That's why, like, that's the whole point. But like, you always have the you have the initial like. You have your friend or your family members that have blinders on because like they are happy with the relationship. They are happy with the person that they're with. There's like a level of connection that's been built at that point, and so they get lost in the fact that like this has happened. But I guess I'm the type of person who, like, if you lied to me, why? And whether you should have told, like, whether you were going to tell me or not, like there's a level of trust there that's kind of like missing.
Mm-hmm.
So like, what's going on? Like, what's going on there? Like, to me, like, that's like, if I found out, if I was given information that like someone that I was starting to build a relationship with, there's so much level of lies behind it. Like, it's not like, oopsie doodle, I said I was a successful person, but really all I am is a janitor. Like, okay, why couldn't you have just said you were a janitor? I get the idea.
Like, it's not about wealth. It's about personality. At least it's supposed to be.
And that's even, like, and I almost want to say that that's even worse. If someone had to think that they had to be someone else to just woo a person, because then that's even worse for the relationship and the other side too. It's like, wait, so would you have dated this person if they said this initially? And if the answer was no, I mean, why would I want to be with someone who depreciates?
Why would you even talk about work? Like, if you're getting to know a person because you like them, get to know what they like. Like, ask their favorite artist, animal. Ask what they want to do with their future. Ask what one of their happiest memories is in life. But don't think about money at that moment.
I think
it's just stupid.
I think so financial stuff is gonna happen if you're going to start living with each other or stuff like that. So like, I think that's impossible to not have a conversation about. But this wasn't a conversation about wealth or like whatever. It was basically like faking an identity. And how is that not a red flag? And like, I could who's the person then? And like, if this is something that they could easily come up with as a lie, well, what else are they capable of hiding from someone? And like, can I trust that they're gonna tell the truth, or are they just gonna lie again? Right? So, like, I think it's been mentioned before, especially on these type of streams with Jordan and myself. But like, truth is a huge importance to me. Being like truthful, forthcoming, with like no lies and stuff like that is more important to me than a lot of actions. Not all actions, but a lot of actions. And like King Noob, hello.
Hello.
I seriously like I'm more scared for the cousin now because like she's gonna be like what involved with a guy who's clearly okay with lying and okay with hiding financials or hiding any truths about it. And then like I almost hate to be like the person who's gonna be like, so is there an I told you so that's gonna be coming soon? Like like something's gonna come up and it's gonna be like, oh, see, well, the relationship didn't work out because he lied about this other thing. I told you so. Like, I don't know. Like,
fishy.
I just, you know, with someone like that, what are you supposed to believe?
Yeah.
You know, after they lied about everything. And how could she be taking the guy's side?
And see, that's what scares me.
Well, it's because you know what it is.
What?
It's because
it's
the information came from her cousin and her family. Like her mom says, like, hey, you know, we've been looking into this guy because he doesn't seem right.
He doesn't seem like it.
Like that's why she's probably taking his side and like staying away from the family. Like even if it's true, it seems true, you know, because like it's not just her that got the information, but it's like what do you believe after that?
I think
if everything was a lie.
It's understandable you want to believe your significant other, but like. It's tough. That sense.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to believe that they've been lying to you.
Yeah, I think that's part of what scares me is that it's someone who's like I've spent time trying to build this relationship, and now like where do I go from here level of things. It's scary on that front.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, really.
So I'm more scared of what she might get herself involved in later on. I think the family and the original poster mentioning that they are just trying to be like they're concerned and stuff like that. Like I would maybe be mad initially, but if it's like, but here's information that clearly says that they don't live here, that would like there shouldn't have been a lie in the first place. And I do like if you're trying to build a relationship with someone involving trust, which I would hope that you're starting a relationship trying to build trust and not fictional stories of whatever this guy was toting.
Yeah.
Like,
well, it's either like this guy has such a big inferiority complex that like he feels that whatever he does or has done or was not good enough to impress someone who, you know, is all those things, is educated, is, you know, I think it said like she has like a good job and whatnot. Or this guy is just a con artist. You know.
Yeah, that's also.
And like, and it's playing the victim when he's the one who's been victimizing this girl. You know, by not being truthful.
Yeah.
We're going into deep, I think.
I don't think this.
Why is that too deep?
No, I'm fine with going deep. That's the whole point of these.
I know, I agree, but like...
Anne's uncomfortable about going deep into these things.
Oh.
No, the thing is, like, these things can create trust issues. Like, it's not even a relationship of mine or a situation I'm in, but, like, it's creating trust issues.
For you? Yeah.
Like, it's giving so many possibilities, and it's just... I don't even want to think about that if I was in that situation, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Person cared about their cousin. I don't think her or the family did anything wrong. I hope the cousin and them, it's all it ends up working out in the end. I'm scared that it won't. That's...
Yeah.
I'm afraid of the consequences that might come up from this, but I wish the best. That's all I can say.
Mm-hmm.
Is there another?
By the way, I don't know if you ever put out the disclaimer that we are not professionals or.
Oh no, that wasn't here.
This isn't.
I put it in the.
This isn't advice. This isn't,
just our opinion.
Our opinions.
I put it in the description, but.
Well, I know, but usually we mention it at some point as well.
Yeah, this is all our opinions. It's how we feel.
Yeah.
It actually, we might even conflict with our own opinions between each other, and this is more. This is more of a. This is more of a practice where, like, you can have your own opinion on something. Someone can have a difference of opinion and still be able to talk to each other, knowing that people see things differently. This is the reason. This is why I like these exercises and like going through these stories, because you get to see the perspective of certain people, but you also get to see that, like, yeah, other people can see it differently that you might not have seen, and gives you that additional amount of information. It might not change your mind, but it then gives you the opportunity to see, oh, I didn't see it that way. I still believe this, but now I can understand that certain people will see it this way. And all that, I think, is very forthcoming information and something to develop and understand for oneself. That everyone can have a difference of opinion without people being wrong. It's not a matter of who's right, who's wrong. Yeah, it's not a matter of who's right, who's wrong in the usual cases. It's usually a matter of, like, well, I see it this way because my experience this way. You see it this way because your experience that way. It has nothing to do with us as an individual. It's just where we're at given the story, and that's it. That's all that's important about. And I think it's very good practice to do it. But we're not professionals. We're not psychologists. We're not lawyers. We're not anything other than people going through these comments and going, huh, that's interesting.
We're not qualified to give our opinion, but we still give it.
Duolingo, hello! How are you doing? Hope you are doing well.
Honestly, it's literally personal growth, because, like, we're not arguing about it. Not that if we were in these situations, we probably would argue a bit more. But, like, this isn't about us. This is just us sharing opinions on the situation.
Yeah.
Just as, like, discussing, like, oh, what do you think about this political dude or dude-ass?
Glad to hear that you're doing good.
Friendly.
But I think it's still... I would hope that if this was something that was happening to a friend or relatable to my life, that I could still have a conversation with my sibling, Jordan, you, Venom, anyone, and still have it as an opinion, and then not it being reflective of anything other than just, like, what one feels about the situation, and then making maybe a new decision based off that information, but not anything related to the people. Like, my new decision is not because you're wrong and that I don't want to talk to you anymore. My new decision is, hey, I never thought about it this way. This is informative.
I never thought about it this way. You're wrong.
You're wrong. Let's go get bubble tea.
Yay! I want to be wrong more often.
Are you paying for the bubble tea? Because if so, you need to fly me out too.
Yeah, just a delivery, yeah.
Expensive bubble tea.
Yeah, that's been our kick right now. There's a bubble tea place that just opened up a month ago, near where our pharmacy is, and we've been basically just having bubble tea like a little more often than we probably should. But it's so good.
No such
I've
thing.
been kicking off of bubble tea. Like, I need to pace myself because if I want to move out and live on my own, I gotta learn how to save some money. Because we all know I'm an easy spender.
Hey, big spenders, dig these bubbles juices.
Oh. I was
Okay,
gonna say she's an easy spender. Yeah. Okay.
Also, sorry if you all hear the thunder. It's thundering.
Thunderbolts and lightning.
Very, very frightening.
Yes, exactly. Literally, Fresky messaged me like a few minutes ago saying thunder and lightning, woo, and I was like, thunderbolts and lightning, very, very frightening. In full caps.
Are you doing math lessons? That's fine. I mean, it's good to get through those lessons.
Oh no, I can't help you there. Sorry.
You know what we should do?
Math.
One day, if we just want to be entertaining, like just find a friggin' math test or another test online, and I'll just do the test too, and just see how much we've forgotten.
No,
oh, God. Don't threaten me with a bad.
No. Buy
Jordan,
easy, buy easy.
No, let me explain. No. We need adult juice while we do this.
We need what?
Adult juice. She wants to have a nightlife test for some reason.
Nightlife test.
I already had adult juice today. I had adult juice smoothie.
I've actually not had adult juice in a while now.
I've had it today, but it wasn't needed. It was an adult juice smoothie, and like I said, it was
how do you keep putting it in smoothies?
Also, Anne smells, but then Yeezy deleted the message. Oh, I caught you.
Okay.
I caught you in 4K.
Okay. Jordan.
Yes.
A cup of frozen strawberries, a cup of frozen mango.
2 of us are in North America. 1 of us is in the Netherlands.
A shot of what? Yes. Okay, so a cup of strawberries, a cup of mango, a cup of ice cubes, a shot of vodka, and a White Claw blackberry.
Please note to everyone that we don't support that you drink adult juice, unless you are of the legal age of your country, state, province,
you can drink.
Time zone. Yeah.
Okay. Basically, drink on okay times. If you're of legal age. If not, don't drink. If you are, drink it in okay amounts. Don't overdo it. Moving on. Do we have an adult juice MIDA word? Because it was while we're on the topic.
I don't know.
I'm curious.
I mean, I have one about weed, but that's not adult juice.
I'm trying to find another.
You know what?
I have one. Story.
Can I? Since I have the link. Okay, I have it here.
Wait.
Can I?
What's the title?
MIDA word for being pissed there was no adult juice at a wedding.
All right, you know what?
Yes, because it's not your choice.
You know what? Yes, I'll let you read that one.
I'll just keep saying adult juice, okay?
Adult juice is perfectly fine.
One of my male 35 best friends, male 34, got married last week. He drinks adult juice, and our friend group will meet up at the breweries for a few times a month to hang out. His fiance, now wife, does not drink. It's never been a part of her life. My wife and I got a hotel room by the reception space at an And Ubered to the wedding. Yes.
The best Yeezy before he leaves that wants to stipulate that K-pop is awful.
Don't say things if you can be nice. Bye.
Bye. All right. Continue. Thanks, Anne.
The ceremony occurs. We go to what's supposed to be a cocktail hour, and there was just soda and water, no adult juice. This was not something we knew about ahead of time. There was a palpable buzz. I don't know how to say this word. Palpable.
Palpable?
Yes, thank you. Buzz among our friend group at the lack of adult juice. A lot of us had spent money on a hotel room and Ubering, anticipating to be drinking adult juice. I'm kind of pissed. Bride and groom to come to cocktail hour. Everyone cheers, and when the bride and groom come mingle with us, I ask, where's the adult juice? His new wife chimes in, saying her family does not drink, and they were paying for the wedding. There's no alcohol. I tell them we should know that ahead of time. I say I wasted money on a hotel room and Ubering. I would have just driven if I had known, or maybe not even had come. The bride does not take my commentary well, and implies I might have had a drinking problem. I don't. I only drink with friends. The groom says I don't need to be such an asshole. I reiterate that I spent a bunch of money on something I didn't, and it stops. It just stops.
What stops? Pass me the link. You're probably not pressing the button.
There is no button.
Send me the link. Send me the link.
This thread is now logged due to an excess of rule violations.
Oh.
Oh, it would have been it would have been nice to load it. No, because sometimes you have to press the button to show the rest of the information at the bottom.
There is no.
Well, probably because you refreshed it. That's what happened now. Anyway, given what little information that was there, I'm just gonna go with the fact that, like, yeah, if you're gonna have a wedding, please inform everyone fully what the breakdown is. I don't care. It's proper etiquette.
Yeah, it is.
Like, if people are vegetarians, you should have a vegetarian option. Just because everyone's a meat eater in your family doesn't mean that you're only going to serve meat. And if you are going to only serve meat, better let everyone know so that if they're vegetarians, they can bring their own food or they don't show up at all. Like, there's just a level of customary, like, etiquette that is necessary for these things that should be properly accepted. And I'm sorry, but alcohol is no different. Yes, not everyone drinks. Yes, it can lead to a lot of problems.
Yes, it can be more expensive.
But that's not your decision. And there, especially if you're at a wedding, there should be some sort of option to, like, well, we're not going to be offering alcohol.
Then.
We're not gonna offer alcohol, but you could bring your own wine.
Yeah, that would be an option.
But
it is kind of expected because most weddings are an adult event. Like, I've never really heard of a wedding without adult juice. Until now.
I have. So there's it's not unheard of, but it's also, kind of informed properly. It's not like hidden from people.
It's lack of communication. Like, in a sense, if the now wife's family is like, we don't drink and we don't condone drinking, sure, but, like, at least let people know. That's like etiquette.
Yeah.
Just like if there's a team, not everyone can smell there's a team. You know? Stupidly said. Jordan, what's your opinion?
I think that guy is the a-hole.
The guy acting out?
The groom or
the original poster.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because he was expecting it and being a bit biatchy about it.
Well, like, for what reason are you going to a wedding? To celebrate other people. Did you pay for it? No. So, I don't think that you have a say in, like, whether or not there's alcohol. Like, and, you know, when you assume, right?
Oh, I've heard a long one with just about the same team.
So, like, if, you know...
I actually... Yeah, I agree with you, actually.
Well, because that's it. It's like, you know, if you're only going for the booze... Oh, well, I might as well have not come. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You're going to a wedding for your friend? For, like, one of your... Is it best friend? One of your best friends?
Well, we don't know. The page got reset.
Okay, no, but did it say it's, like, one of his good friends? And he says, like, they go out drinking and whatnot. Like, you know, if her family's paying for it, and they either don't drink or they don't condone it, whatever it is, like, that's their prerogative.
Yeah, I totally agree with you on that.
And you know, they didn't say bring your own booze because they didn't want booze there, you know?
Which again, that part is true as well.
And it's like, oh, well, I got a hotel because I was gonna get smashed. Like, well, you know, you could have informed yourself, first of all. But you could have just gone to a wedding because you were going to a wedding.
So that
for your friends.
So that part is where I have a bit of disagreement with you. I do think that there should have been clarity on what offerings there are at a wedding, because I at least in the several weddings that I've gone to, there's a little bit of level of expectations, and like one of my relationships that I had in the past, where you like it's almost a bit that you're paying for your plate and you're paying for a little bit more for the bride and groom as well. And you expect that you're gonna have like like the meal that's provided, that's like told to you, as well as like other offerings, stuff like that. There's some smaller weddings that I've been to where that it's like it's different. Like there's no, like, you're not paying for your plate or whatever, but they don't do like an open bar, or they don't do like, and it's really like they don't even offer you wine. It's like, oh, you could drink, but like whatever. But like that's informed to us ahead of time. It's not misinformed. Mm-hmm. It's not. So that part is where
I don't know. I find that guy is pretty entitled to have thought that, or to have assumed that. You know.
So
like it's not your wedding. You know, if you want booze at your wedding, fine, then pay for it. Like.
Yeah. So that part.
If you can only have a good time with alcohol, maybe don't have friends. Like. You know.
Which so I think that's a bit of the issue here that I don't think weddings is just supposed to be an end-all be-all of drink fest party, whatever. No.
Exactly.
You're there for the celebration of the wedding and all that stuff. So that part, 1,000,000% I agree. And if you're there for drinking, you're not there for the right reasons.
That's exactly what he said. He said, "Oh, I got a hotel room because I was going to be drinking."
No, but
he didn't say I wanted to be closer to the venue. No.
I think that's misunderstood. I think that, like, I would have done the same thing, but I think it's read the wrong way, in the fact that like he was only going there for the drinking, not going there for the wedding. And I don't.
No, he only got he was giving them crap because he said, "I got a hotel room and I got an Uber here so that I could drink."
But that makes sense.
No, he said that's being safe.
But that part makes sense. He didn't want to
be drinking and driving at the same time. So he paid, like, a hotel ain't cheap, no matter where.
No.
And Uber is also not that cheap. So it could be at least 150 at least, I think. So that's money he kind of wasted in that sense because he didn't get a heads up.
So,
we don't know their financial situation, but like that could have made a dent.
So just to give you an example, where I'm at regarding this, so you don't like think that I only care about booze at weddings as well. If I'm told to go to a wedding and they've clearly indicated that there will be alcohol there, right? So I'm informed that there's alcohol there, and I know that I'm going to have alcohol. I could make the decision of, well, I'm going to Uber there instead of going to drive myself there, because I know I'm going to have ingested enough alcohol that I should not be driving. So I'm not going to bring my car to remain safe. So, but that I was informed of that. So most weddings, it is usually an offering that there's at least bottles of wine or something of alcohol provided and presented during the ceremony. It is more like, at least in my circle of people that I've met and known that have been in weddings, they've had a little bit of champagne for celebration or a little wine to full out open bar. So like that's the range that I've had, but I've known some people who have had weddings that have not had alcohol. But all the weddings that I've gone to, everything was informed. Like, you knew what kind of food that was presented. You knew what kind of alcohol. From my understanding here is that this was a surprise of not knowing what it is. Like, and given that this is not a norm, at least in my opinion, it's not a norm, it can become a surprise when someone is not being, like, someone was not informed of it. Now, do I think the guy probably has a drinking problem and is a bit of a jerk? Oh, absolutely. And do I think that he was more there for potentially drinking? Again, absolutely. But his statement is still correct, and that, like, it should have been informed, and that is a, like, miscommunication level of stuff from the wedding planners. So that's
I don't know. If someone gave it, like, you know, if someone was at my wedding and gave me shit like that, I don't know. I wouldn't stand for it, man. There's like, it's one thing to like mention it like afterwards or whatever, but like to your face, like, you know. That's it. It's like the time and place makes it really seem like he's like an ungrateful dingus.
Oh, and I think he is. So like that part I'm not removing from this, but I think it's one of those things where, like, it's someone who's making the situation worse, but it would have probably still made the situation bad, even if the stars aligned. Like, even if the right information was provided, something would have gone wrong anyway. And the fact that the fact that the thing is no longer posted anymore almost tells me that that's probably the direction that, like, things went, and this guy probably started having a fight with people in the comment section. So, I do think that this person was that. But I'm, again, very big on communication, very big on, like, things being fair and transparent. And celebrations and ceremonies tend to have alcohol. If you're going to remove that, just like if you're it'd be a surprise. Let's take alcohol out of the equation, right? It's your wedding, and I know, while I know that the wedding party people, two people that are getting married, are vegetarian, I would not assume that the wedding would just be vegetarian, because, you know, a lot of people are not vegetarian.
So would you not go, or would you tell them to their face, like, at the wedding, like, oh, well, I should have just not come?
I'm removing that aspect of it, because I feel that the not come part it was just stipulated with regards to, like not being informed properly. So maybe if I had, like, a dietary restriction where I couldn't just eat vegetables, then maybe I wouldn't have come to a wedding as well, because I then can't partake into things And if it was informed to me ahead of time, I could have made like alterations or ways to fix that. So like if I for some reason needed to eat a burger before coming to the wedding, I could do that. I'm not saying someone should drink before going to a wedding. I'm just talking about in like this new unique situation I'm bringing up. It'd be nice that the wedding party be like, hey, we are only going to serve vegetarian food. Thank you. That's all I need to know. It is a proper thing to do because people have different dietary reasons. People have different effects that can happen on that. And that level of information is important, especially if you're going to have a big wedding or more than one person. You have to think about those things for that level of ceremony. So I do think that there is a level communication was still lacking. I think that that part doesn't make them terrible at the wedding. It does still make the person a asshole.
Mm-hmm.
But so I'm not taking that away. But it's one of those things where while this person is still a terrible person and these people are not really in the wrong, they could have improved the situation or things could have been improved if this was provided in the first place. Because then my question is, why was that not informed for everyone? Because it feels a bit like it was a surprise, right?
Mm-hmm.
And again,
because why else would you make the plans to go with a Uber and have a hotel? Because if it's not, it could be because you just don't want to drive after. But assuming most weddings have some alcohol, you probably take a glass or 2, 3. And you'd rather not drive then, in my opinion.
So, if you were invited to a barbecue, and you got to the barbecue... I've never been
invited to a barbecue, I guess.
I mean, you have. I know at least the convention has invited you to a barbecue.
I guess.
So, but let's just say you were invited to a barbecue, and they know that you are a vegetarian. Wouldn't it?
They know so much about me.
Who
told them?
Wouldn't it suck that you got there and all they had is meat, only meat, and nothing but meat?
I don't know.
So and especially since this at least in this case of a barbecue, this is for from an organization, they should know that people have difference of tastes and stuff, and thankfully the convention organization that I'm talking about that you're aware of, they do exactly that.
I like how no one else knows what you're talking about.
But they
Not even surprised.
Was there an uppity vegan at a wedding story before? Was there one before? No, I don't think we've ever had a vegan story before for Am I the Bad Person, Mort? But yeah,
I'm not sure.
So yeah, wedding.
There was the raccoon one.
I have missed something.
The raccoon one is amazing.
It's very good.
If you look at our community post a bit ago, we not only did the story about the raccoon, but so did Smosh. I think it was Smosh Pit that did it as well. Check out, we have the links there. It's such a great story. It's worth revisiting on both channels, and then you could vote to see who did it better, who talked about it better. But that one was fun.
More just said bride.
Was there an uppity vegan at a wedding, but then she put bride star? I don't know what the bride is supposed to.
I think I hear more killing.
I'm skipping the line, dingus.
I don't know.
I am confusion.
What? Huh? Mort's saying that I'm missing a line, but I don't see the line.
Oh, okay.
No,
You're lying.
neither can I.
I see that
it's
you posted
probably
twice.
The chat limit.
No, I posted 3 times, but whatever.
Okay,
fine.
Yeah,
well,
probably because of the time countdown that I also don't like, that it's not being sent.
yeah, because I'm seeing in the chat, there's only 2. There's only 2 responses. So, my apologies for being a dingus for not reading a message I don't have.
Yes. You're still dingus. Anyway, so
Moving on. Still a dingus. Moving on.
no, I was just pointing out there was a story about a wedding with either a vegan or something else about a food preference, and it gave shit to the bride.
Oh, okay.
It was like a sister-in-law. You two reviewed it, or I
It's
reviewed
possible.
it.
Oh,
All
yeah, actually, I think we did have one like that, too, and... no, yeah. I think it was, it wasn't the official wedding, it was the, like, the prep wedding or something like that.
Oh, the rehearsal dinner.
And the person was, like, harassing the waiter. And they're like, well, we can make you a salad. And they're like, I should have something better.
Yes. Okay. That's ringing more bells.
Yeah, that one was horrible, too.
Anyway, so your example about it just reminded me of that. Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm leaving again.
Anyway, back to work.
Oh, okay.
Okay, thank you.
Bye, Mort.
Bye, Mort.
Bye.
Calling me
Tiny bye before the cutoff.
calling me
No.
a dingus
I
when I
stand
was
with-
totally in the right.
I stand with Mort, you're dingus.
But I didn't do anything wrong. It wasn't there. Getting in trouble for nothing there. See? This is why I don't agree with the situation. If I wasn't informed properly, I can't make a proper decision. Oh, for other things too, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
For other things.
All the
not
dingus
just
stuff
it.
that I do, like make sure that you're fed, consider you when I order stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, all the dingus stuff.
Leave me out of that because you haven't ordered me food, so.
Yeah, I mean, you also live like across the universe, so. Unfortunately, Elon Musk hasn't set up the delivery systems for those yet.
Ew. Get on it.
PayPal me and I'll get money. Yeah, and I'll get food.
That's not fair.
That went wrong. We're ignoring that. Moving on.
All right, I keep going back to my
Moving
mind
on.
just so that it doesn't reset when I'm looking at the next message. But let's go check it out.
Jordan, you pop one up?
No,
Sure.
Oh.
What?
Oh no, that was the full message actually.
Yes, I told you, I'm not that stupid. I was gonna say I'm not stupid, but I can be kinda stupid. Oh, you know what I don't know. Never mind.
Anyway,
I should
yeah, I'm
check
done. We're done with that. We've totally like discussed that to the ground. So I'm gonna see if there's anything.
I've literally during y'all's conversation, I read 2 other tweets.
Oh, this is a hot take. We've had similar stories like this.
Let's go then.
Oh, this makes me angry already.
Let's fully go for it then.
So we've had stories in the past where we're discussing how people are using like kept funds or something like that for someone else's wedding or someone else's thing.
Yeah.
So this is another one of the. It's similar to this. This is by Throwra, so throwaway account.
Okay, wait. What's the title?
I'm trying to. Let me say it.
No, because I might have seen this one on TikTok. That's why.
Am I the bad person for not wanting to use my college fund to pay for my brother's treatment?
Oh.
No, I haven't seen this.
This one. This is 8 hours ago, by the way.
Oh my.
Pop the bleep off.
Wow, I don't like either one of these. No, like no, the college fund should not be used for things outside of what it's intended for, because it's in the namesake. But I mean, it's one of those things where it's rough when it's dealing with the life of someone else. It's one of the things where I hate that there should be any level of cost to treatment, and not just person needs to be alive first. Focus on that, and then like payment or whatever needs to be figured out later. And there should not be a limit or whatever. Because if your MC name, you can't use Elytra. Well, yeah, that's fine. I don't use Elytra either. Or ever. So yeah, this is already making me mad. But I would say not a bad person. We'll see what the story gives, but the college fund, it's a college fund. Like, it should stay there. And I'm more angry at that, like, the putting people in that position rather than anything else.
Yeah, I think yeah.
Yeah?
Same thing.
Okay.
We all agree.
Yeah, we're usually on the same wavelength. But like just like the last one, Jordan had slightly different opinions than what I had about the wedding situation, and that's informative. That's good to know. I make like 2E20%. Nice.
So whether or not you have wedding, sorry, yeah.
I said we're nice people. We don't bash each other's opinions about things that's not made by us.
Except
but we do bash each other about our situation. Wait, you're just asking to be punched right now.
Whoa.
Okay, well, you know.
Whoa, phrasing.
I like how in the same thought, it's like we don't bash each other for. It's like, excuse me, I will bash you for saying that. How dare you?
You know what? I kind of want to find an am I the asshole about K-pop now, just because of this. We just gotta.
If you could find one, that'll be funny. All right. Here's the story.
I won't bash.
Oh, cool. It's written by Energy. No, I'm kidding. Okay. So,
I don't use Reddit. Sorry.
I only use it to read these terrible messages. Anyway, my parents divorced when I was about 7 because my dad had admitted to having an affair. Boy, I love when these things start with a terrible situation. My mom and I moved out of our house and into an apartment while my dad immediately moved his mistress into our house because she was pregnant with my twin brothers. Wow. Jeez.
Okay, repeat that, please.
So,
I was not paying attention.
Yeah, pay attention. My parents divorced when I was about 7 because my dad had admitted to having an affair. My mom and I moved out of our house and into another apartment while my father immediately moved in his mistress into the old house because she was pregnant with twin brothers. My mom was devastated, but she quickly picked herself up for us. She went back to school, and as a result, she continued climbing up in her career. My mom adjusted better to going from a double income household to a single income and was able to contribute a substantial amount of money to my college fund. So the mother put money in for the son for college. My dad, on the other hand, had a harder time as he now has to support a family of 4, sometimes 5 on a single income, as his wife is a SAHM.
Stay-at-home mom.
Oh, there we go. Thank you. Stay-at-home mom.
Thank you, Jordan.
My dad did not have much disposable income, and so did not contribute as much to the fund. I'm going to finish school soon, and I have a good shot at getting into my first choice college. Congratulations. Unfortunately, my brother, 10 male, was diagnosed with a kidney disease, which has progressed to where he needs to be on dialysis. My dad is drowning in medical debt, so my mom agreed he no longer needed to pay child support. That's nice of her.
She is not.
That's a parent that understands that. Hey, you know who is important? The child. Like, no, you don't have to deal with this anymore. Whatever. The specialists had suggested a different treatment for my brother, as most other treatments didn't help or stopped working, and they are running out of options short of a transplant. Not doable at this time. That's fine. This treatment is not covered by insurance and costs a lot. Oh, good. This must be in the U.S. All these.
I mean, it was
not-
obviously in the U.S.
All these
I
not
already
treatments,
figured.
not insured. My dad can't take out a loan due to debt. Yeah, that makes sense. Dad and his wife sat me down when I was over and asked if I would be willing to let them borrow my college fund to pay off my brother's treatment. They offered to pay the money back, but I knew they wouldn't be able to. I really don't want to give them the money because I know if I don't get any scholarships, I wouldn't be able to go to the college I want to without going into debt myself. My future would be at risk, and I know my dad wouldn't help if I needed it. In addition, the money technically belongs to my mom. I can't just give it away, and I know she would refuse to give them the money. My dad and his wife are furious at both my mom and I, and is trying to guilt me into it. I do feel terrible for my little brother. Am I the asshole? No.
No.
I'm there's no further story to say about that. This is a big issue more in regards to how we have a financial system, and this is in most places actually, but it's
Health system is just shit.
like people's health is like mitigated to like a consumerism, and it's just bloody disgusting. People's lives should be more important than that. People should have clean water. People should have a place to live. People should be able to survive. People should be like, we should be treating people because we can, not, you know what, this medication is produced by this conglomerate of pharmaceutical companies that are like going to charge you up the butt. Like, the biggest like scam is the whole insulin thing, let alone among other things. And like, I'm glad I'm not needing insulin, but I would hate for that time that I might need to, because I'll become diabetic or who knows, just because of a medical thing. And we just treat people like a commodity, and it's disgusting. People should be allowed to live their lives. They should not be treated like garbage. And if you want people to like people, there's all these levels of like, oh, you should care or whatever. Like, we live in a society that we should be able to take care of everyone properly and equally, and still have luxuries that can go far beyond that, and we don't. And it's kind of disgusting that we are still fighting for like basic things like that are just not happening. And in this case, this is very much this, where you now have you're basically got one parent pitting the well-being and schooling of one child for another. And I again, not a lawyer, not a doctor, not at anything, this is my opinion, it's not the responsibility of the other brother to take care of the other one. And something so excess and like unreasonable. Like, the kid's trying to get into the society, to get a job, to be able to like actually like be something. And this is now, one has to sacrifice themselves for the other. And while I do think that there is an importance to that in some cases, when it's also like, the biggest problem here is that it's an experimental, we don't know if it'll work. Everything else hasn't worked. We can't even confirm that this is going to work. Spend all your money here. Good luck. And, like, already you're going to be dealing with the fact that, like, it might not work. And if it doesn't, well, now you have not only a situation where you might be dealing with the fact that you're going to lose a sibling, but you're now stuck in a worse situation because you spent that money instead of working and like what life you do have moving forward. And it's not even a fairness thing. It's not even like oh, I would do this for my brother and stuff like that. It's Neo. Yes, I'm reading it. No, I can't go on VC. I'm in VC with other people while I'm live.
Hi.
So no, like this is one of those hard situations where, like, I feel for the kid who's trying to go to college. I feel for the life of someone else having to deal with dealing with like kidney problems. I had a coworker that was in that same situation as well, and had to have a kidney transplant, and was lucky enough to get one. But, like, he was on dialysis on a regular basis, and, like, he was telling me how it drains him, how it, like, has to go through the whole system, and it's rough on the body. And that's, like, one type of like, medical thing, when there's a multitude of other crazier medical things as well that are just even worse than that. And I wouldn't wish that on any of my enemies at all. But the fact that, like, there's a fight between family members and, like, loved ones, when this should never be a fight. This should be like, let's solve the problem first, figure out financials later. And if it has to have financials. But I honestly think, like, if something does not help, then it shouldn't exist. And the system, and the fact that, like, oh, well, the doctors won't get paid or whatever. Yeah, we need a better system. The system as a whole is not functional when it should be. Sorry, that's a mouthful. That's...
All good, all good. No, I honestly understand. But that's, like, even if so many of my friends live in America, and I do kind of want to have, like, a house with all my intimate friends, like, that seems great to me. Like, just pure chaos all the time, just streaming everyone. It sounds like chaos and a dream come true, but also emotional as hell. But, like, the healthcare is the biggest thing that sets me back. Like, the healthcare in my country is so fucking good in that sense.
Yeah, like, yeah, like, I think the Netherlands is one of the better ones. I think Switzerland is another one.
Yeah, okay, let me just pull up. Okay. Yeah, the top 10 countries for healthcare. In 2023, we've got... Let me just look it up. Belgium, first. Japan, second. Sweden, third. Switzerland. Where the fuck is the Netherlands?
I'm gonna sort of argue with Japan. Like, the reason Japan is so good is because they shunned their fat people to the point of, like, suicide. That's a whole other thing.
Yeah,
but
okay,
like, but they do have, like, a ongoing, like, yearly, like, they have to have all these things checked up, and they're constantly like, you need to work on this, on this, on this, and it's like, it's mandatory. So that part I kind of, like, I feel that is pretty solid.
Yeah,
but if you listened and watched a lot of YouTubers that do Japan content that are not Japanese, boy, do they have stories about, like, how that's, like, almost grueling, like, exceedingly grueling as to, like, how much they're, like, really rough on people, like, it's Neo again. We're live. We're not going to be in VC. We're talking with other people, so no, I won't be joining another VC. But yeah, this gets crazy.
Yeah. Honestly, like, we have, for y'all, most of your health insurance is own risk, right? In a sense. I'm just...
It's a little bit all over the place when it comes to
so what's the
America and Canada.
known? Yeah, okay, yours is a bit better.
Yes and no. There's certain levels of the Canadian.
It's a lot better.
Yes and no. And so while the Canadian has like a lot more like health benefits that are not needing to be paid out, which is good. Your cost is not money, but it's time. And sometimes you have moments for when it's something small and ones that can be dealt with quickly. Those are usually not a problem. But I've had people where they need something checked out like immediately, and they're like, "Cool, we'll check you. We can pencil you in 6 months." And that's where like the issue sort of happens. But this is more dealing with the more chaotic, the more like serious medical procedures and stuff. That tends to be an issue. And then you have to like almost shop around in Canada as to like which province can provide and help you get something as soon as possible. And then you're dealing with like almost living in that new province just to get what medical thing you can get out of it. So that's the bit of a crazy part on that front. Well, while in America it sucks because a lot of people can't even get a lot of basic stuff, this is where it's a benefit in Canada. But if you want something and you have the money, you get it like that. Someone says, I have the money and I need this done. Done. It's chop, it's done. You get it immediately. Yeah. Where even in Canada, if you have the money, they're like, oh, well, you still have to go through the same system as every other Canadian. So 6 months? So then that's when you have a lot of wealthy Canadians that'll go to either that'll go to the United States, or sometimes you'll have them go to other countries that deal with it, and they've started to make a market out of it. So Mexico has sort of a market for like cheaper but still pretty good medical procedure, and they give you like a whole hotel room / almost medical thing. The reason I know this is I've had a friend who had to deal with a few medical situations, and like they spent near nothing comparatively to the Americans. But again, it was still one of those like, you paid it, you got it immediately.
Yeah, the thing is with us, I have like a max amount of my own risk money. They give a set amount of money, like, hey, we'll cover a lot for you, but sometimes there's like a percentage that we won't cover on a certain thing for the dentist, or some antibiotics, because they're like not normal occurrences like antibiotics for an ear infection. Like for the tick that bit me, I had to pay for my own antibiotics because it's not a usual thing that I'll just have on deck, And like there's a max amount of money that I get, but it's that's like, how do I say this? This is like a forced but not forced. Like when you pick your health insurance, you can choose how much cover you want.
Yeah.
But that also ups the own risk money. Like the more you want covered, the more you'll eventually have to pay if you just mess yourself up multiple times a year. Like the max amount is 385 I'll have to pay, but there's also a willing part of that if you want to. But like, if I just go for mouth care for dentist, I have the basic, I have the upfilling one. Like for the dentist, I have a budget of $250 for a year, which I apparently almost used 70 of already. Great, I still need to plan in another dentist appointment.
Yeah, so
but
I just
think, like there's even an option to cover stopping with smoking. Like they even cover that sometimes. That's an option to choose to be covered for.
I think Canada has like a half measure of that, but I think it has to be like I think it counts. Like I think it's paid for if you got it from secondhand, but for first-hand smoker. Like, there's something weird. Like, there's always technicalities and whatnot and hoo-haws on that. So I don't know. I in the end, I just feel like, you know what? Like, we should be focused on the life of someone first and not how much money you can get otherwise up.
Mm-hmm.
Your life is valued at only this much, so if you can't pay this, oh well. Like, and the fact that they're like,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's the facts of like, there's people being like, oh, but could you donate your body? Because we're gonna like cut you open and give it to someone else, but we're gonna charge them money for the procedure. Like I almost feel
you're
like
helping someone out and making them pay to help.
yeah, it's
Is that what you just said?
well. So when you have people that can donate kidneys, donate whatever, and well, I mean, you have people that donate them if they die or like if the other parts are still good, they go to various places and whatever. But the fact of the matter is that the people that have donated and like they're no longer living and they're not using it, but the other parts are still good. They're also like the other people tend to still have a charge of some kind, whether it's through insurance or whether it's actual cash. Like there's still a weird transactional thing, and then well, the person that died, well, they're not getting anything out of it. But good thing they signed a paper saying that they donated it. Like, so we have such a weird overall, and this is not just here. This is like and like in a lot of places in the world where there's like a level of like they expect the gratuity at some point, but then other points they're like, oh well, no, we have to charge for this. You can't just have health for free. And it's like, get what? Huh? Excuse me? So I don't know. Like it's definitely a balance thing. I haven't heard from Jordan in a while. What's going on, Jordan?
I've been listening to you guys talk about like the healthcare aspect, and while I think it's valid, this whole thing is because of this guy's infidelity, you know?
Oh yeah, and, totally.
Yeah. It's like, you know, he has more kids and like can't afford it. Like, yes, you know, obviously the added like healthcare costs and stuff, like that's not something you can expect before having a kid. But like having like
making
trying to put exactly making your own kid responsible for that.
Yeah, exactly.
That's that's why I've been quiet this whole time.
Quietly raging.
Yes. It's like, oh, I decided to have an affair, and now me and my wife are mad at my other kid. And like, because you know, and his ex-wife is like, you know what? Because you have all these added expenses, you don't have to pay for child support anymore? Excuse me? Excuse me? Seriously?
I think she's doing it out of like care for the child. Not that she has to do it. And that's why
I know.
Okay,
I know, but that still bothers me.
Yeah.
That bothers me. It's like, you know, this was sort of a product of your own doing.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean that you don't get to care for the children you had before. Like, what?
And then make them feel like crap afterwards because they're not following
And then, exactly. And then expecting one of your children to forego college so that they can pay for medical expenses. That's why, like, this whole thing is rubbing me, like, very much the wrong way.
Yeah, agreed.
I have been quiet for, like, I mean, you know, because you guys are still talking about an important aspect about healthcare. And yeah, it sucks that you have to like that people have to go through this. So that's it. It's not the kid's fault.
Exactly.
You know, it's not the kid's fault that the healthcare system is crappy. Garbage. And that it costs a lot, and that it's putting his parents out. But like, it's just the nerve, the nerve of like
the father.
Exactly, the nerve of the father and the mistress, to go like, well, exactly. I think that's kind of the thing that,
Yeah, I agree.
It's a lot of nerve to first like not have to pay for child support anymore because of the goodness of your ex-wife's heart, and then demand this from your other children. Like, it's just, I very much do not like that.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, and I sort of I brought that up early on a bit as well.
Yeah.
But my point was more stronger to the fact that like you're now making like this kid feel like even more like shit.
Yeah. So you did point it out before. It's like it's your responsibility, not your child's responsibility.
The
kid
doesn't even have a life set up yet, and you're like, yeah, let's take that away from you for the sake of an experiment.
And doing it behind the mother's back because it's her money.
So I agree. This is like the guy is garbage completely, and I just feel so hard for the kid because like no matter what, this kid feels now that he has some level of responsibility, and he shouldn't. Like
he shouldn't.
He obviously is still gonna care for his sibling, but it's like it's not my job. Like I'm not Superman.
I'm not his dad.
Yeah.
And
I think that's where it led to the whole thing. Like it's not even like the parents shouldn't be bringing this up or putting this against.
No.
This against the kid.
The home record shouldn't even have
and the fact that they even did so is like you guys are monsters.
Yes. Exactly.
So yeah.
Also known as father and home wrecker are assholes.
Yeah, just another father. Just another story of a like inept father thinking that they deserve so much better, and they don't do. Like they put themselves in that position. And then, no, it's everyone else's fault when things don't go the right way.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone else should pay for my mistakes.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not even gonna say mistake. It's not a mistake. You don't fall into someone else like that by mistake, but like, yeah.
Well,
No.
Okay, ready?
Ready
Moving
for
on?
what?
Oh yes, please.
Yeah,
I think to not be mad anymore. At least for this.
At least not like a new mad.
Well, let's get on then.
Did you find
the A word for telling my wife that I think she loves her K-pop man more than me?
Oh God, you found one.
Yes, I found one.
Could you send me the link? I just want to take a little break and I'll be back.
No. Oh, okay.
I'll read it while you guys are chatting.
Yes, I want your opinion though.
Wait,
okay. I will be back. I just want to kind of like go get more water and stuff.
I actually think that we actually read that one before too.
Oh yeah.
It's 6 days old, so you can't.
Because it feels like one that I remember. Anyway, no, it's fine. It's fine.
You've checked Emma A word threads about K-pop without me?
No, I think it just came up with one of the situations we were in. But yeah, anyway, go on. This will be
No. I want your opinion first.
Just reread the title.
Am I the A word for telling my wife that I think she loves her K-pop man more than me?
Am I the no. I think I think I think it's just like, I think there's more to it. I think there's a discussion that needs to be had between in the relationship. Like if it's someone who like goes out of their way, to spend like all their money on K-pop paraphernalia, it'd be like someone who's like only into video games and has all their video game stuff, or if someone's all into like movies and they have all of their cinephile stuff. I think if it's only focused on that, and then it's like other things are ignored in the relationship, then I think that's where the problem lies overall. So I think there's like a missing discussion between between them that needs to be figured out. So no, I don't think the person is that, but we shall see, I guess.
It's going to get juicy.
Oh, juicy is interesting.
I, 28 male, and my wife, 28 female, have been married for 2 years now. It was an arranged marriage, but she seemed perfect for me. That was until I found out about the other man, Choi Minho, from the K-pop group SHINee. She loves me, and she does show it, and she never compares me to him. But I can't help but feel insecure when she's yelling at another man's abs as he's dancing to a song. The other night was a last straw. She spent money on a concert for SHINee, which I was fine with, as I like their music too. But as Body Rhythm came on, she started, quite literally, foaming at the mouth and screaming. I told her she was being weird and asked if she loved him more than me. She said yes and continued with her concert. I broke and yelled that she never loved me in the first place, and that she looked at me and continued a ring-ding-donging. But after the concert, she got pissed at me for suggesting such a thing. Ring-ding-dong is a meme by that K-pop.
Okay.
It's wrong, but it's a meme song. Body Rhythm, I fell in love with that song the first time I heard it. So as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh, it's going to be good.
Okay.
Continue. It's been a couple of weeks now, and I've tried to be fine, but it's been replaying in my mind. I've locked myself in my room as I'm typing this, and I don't know what to do. I feel guilty for having an outburst on her because I know how much SHINee means to her. But I'm also sad that she doesn't seem to show me the same love and that she shows Minho. I know SHINee have helped her through some of the rougher patches, but I want to be that to her as well, and not feel inferior to a group of Korean men. End of post.
So yeah, I think this is going exactly what I expected it was. Is that it's really okay. First of all, I think arranged marriages fall into a whole other situation, unfortunately. And while you can fall in love with each other, and when it comes to those things, I think it's not the same level of development. I think than someone like you've gotten to know, and then you kind of acknowledge that you two should be together. So I feel like this is like a bit of that, where there's lacking that level of communication, because it's sort of like forced that you two have to just accept each other and that's it. So that's problem number one, kind of. And then you're dealing with like it's an interest that there's clearly no tact in regards to it. Like, it's good that like the two of them can like something together, and I would hope that there are things that the husband likes that the wife can like appreciate as well, and they can interact together. But if it's one of those things where it's very one-sided, and it's like, well, I don't like any of your stuff, but you have to like only my stuff, again, that becomes problematic. It could be an issue. And I could see where someone feels that they're not like appreciated if this type of stuff happens. The fact that you clearly see that someone is like having a bit of like a like, wait, you care about the like this more than myself, and the immediate response is, yeah, of course. That's like again, if it's a joke, and it can be, it absolutely can be.
It probably was.
It probably was.
Because
But if you realize like the person is not, like, this is becoming an issue where it's like not, like, it's not a comforting issue. It's not like a joking. The mood is clearly like not being set properly. Then like, yeah, that you don't respond that way. You don't go, if you wouldn't go to your mother as a joke that like, oh, I hate you. You know how impactful that's going to be no matter what. Even if you were joking, even if you were like, I just wanted to see how you react, you don't say something like that because you know that that's going to be hurtful, and you're doing it purposely because you know it's going to be hurtful. There's no joke in it. There's no humor in it. It's designed to hurt. So like there's certain things that you just like, you clearly could see that like someone is like, oh well, why do you like these people more than me? And then you answer like, you go, oh well, because they're like this. They're like, you're clearly like.
Yeah, but he implies at the end like, I know Shiny have helped her through some of her roughest patches. Like, it's what like music is to me in that sense. Like,
sure,
they're my sanity.
Sure, I sure as heck hope that the person that I'm with, we're building a relationship that music doesn't trump our relationship. Like, you can have an attachment to a song. Like, you can have an attachment to a song and have like a connection to it. But
that this happened at a concert where they both were.
I don't know.
Like, I know what the view probably was that the wife saw, so I understand, because that's how I came to like this group, and especially Choi Minho. It's a problem. I know it is. Jordan, I'll send you the link later.
Wait, yeah. I want to see. I need to judge properly. You know, I need to judge for the science and stuff.
Yeah, the science and stuff.
Give me a second.
I need to see what we're working with here.
I'm curious about the comments.
Before I make a decision.
I'm curious about the comments later,
yes,
once Jordan is finished reading it. But the thing is like, ignoring that it's arranged, ignoring that part. We've had stories in the past where someone's hobby or someone's interest got in the way of life, and I feel that people like will be quick to dismiss certain things and not other things. Well, I mean, if you change, and I kind of, that's why I brought it up at the start when it was just the title, or like, this sounds to me where it's like a hobby, like it could be a hobby thing, where like you could have changed this around and it might seem unreasonable if someone said, you know what, yes, I do like the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers more than you, because Tommy the Green Ranger is absolutely smoking. Like, that would sound ridiculous. Like, you should never like a TV show for this. Well, I mean, when I was a kid, I needed that strength for that, to feel like I was more powerful than myself, and that the show brought that up for me. But it sounds ridiculous when I take the Power Rangers. What if I took video games and said, oh, well, no, see, video games saved my life because, like, I was suicidal, and this helped me get out of a rut and whatever. And again, some people will see that as being like, oh yeah, that makes sense, and other people will be like, it's just a video game. What do you guys? How is that more important than a relationship? So that's the kind of situation this is in, because I see it as, well, that's her hobby, and she's basically kind of putting her hobby first and responding in a way that her hobby is more important, and treating it like a joke when there's a comment that comes out. And if you switched it with any other hobby, like, yes, Lego is more important than this marriage, or Like
That's not being said though.
well, it could be implied or understood as
It's an
that.
arranged marriage.
Yeah.
That's from the start. She loves me, and she does show it, and she never compares me to him.
But did then?
But I can't help but feel insecure.
But then she responded to that later on.
No, because he never said that to her.
You read the story.
Mm-hmm.
And
Like
when he presented, like, it feels like you care about them more, and she said yes.
nay, I'm switching to Dutch here.
Nay.
Or am I missing something from the story that
No.
you misread?
Okay,
He's in the wrong, definitely. After some
Thank you.
research.
Well, sorry. Just
You
can
saw the boy.
can you
come
clarify?
in,
Oh,
huh?
cute.
There you go. I'll send you what
I
sent
agree
her.
with her.
Just
As do
Yes.
I. Oh,
fine. Send me the link so
That's-
I can read it instead of you telling me what it is. It'll be faster,
Reading?
I guess.
There's no reading happening. Unless you're talking body language.
Oh, jeez.
I sent him all the links I sent you.
Okay.
The last thing I'm sending him
No,
is the threat.
yes, thank you. The thread is what's more important.
Oh, the thread. Oh.
No,
Yeah,
but, like,
I'm
through
also watching.
I
mean,
told
reading
her
the
she was
thread.
being weird and asked if she loved him more than me. She said yes and continued with her concert. That's the part I don't appreciate.
Yeah, but you're at the concert with the guy there. Like,
Well,
what is she gonna say?
You're physically at the concert. How can you talk serious about
Yeah.
a situation like this at a concert?
Oh, I thought it was like one
Not.
of the like streaming things. Not an
No,
actual.
no, they're at the concert with them there.
Yeah. And if you watch the video, you can hear the screaming from the freaking crowd.
No,
Literally,
it's just me.
that video.
Okay, well, I agree
Okay.
with her.
That's
I
the why.
agree.
Like, the video is what made me literally dive more into this group.
Okay. The actual like being at the concert is does
Yeah, it's like
change.
she's hyped up. She's like, you know,
Yeah, that
She's
changed.
Yelling.
That changed it a little
She's in
bit.
the
I didn't.
vibe.
yeah.
That changes a little bit. I didn't hear that they were actually at a concert. I thought it was like some sort of like stream thing that they were watching or something. Got it. See that? I'm glad that was provided.
I mean, the stupid things I've said at a concert, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's
So
astronomical.
Let's not talk about those.
While I don't, while I'm still I'm still considering it like my point's valid. This is one of those situations where like, yeah, that is maybe not the right place to have this type of conversation.
Yeah, obviously,
And
yeah.
the fact that it's like a couple of
Obviously.
weeks later and you still
And still
locked
not
yourself in a
having talked?
room and haven't
No,
talked
it's
about
probably-
it.
Yeah, like, he has, in my opinion, if I'm really blunt, just masking, just so masking.
Oh wow,
and
there's straight up no
so
conversation.
insecure. Yeah, he doesn't.
There's no
mention it, and,
conversation
like,
even after the concert.
Like, and when she says yes, like, it's another kind of love. It's a love of appreciation. At least that's with me with the group I love.
hmm
And like, just she never compared them. That's just being an insecure little.
Okay, yeah. Okay. I really heard this the wrong way. Or I heard this.
Okay.
Yeah, you
I
did.
didn't hear this when you were telling the story. Like I thought this was a conversation they were having. It was like they were seeing the concert or something. At,
No,
like,
she
their home.
never. She never said anything. She never went like, "Yes, he is better than you every
Well, no,
day
she
of
d-
our marriage" or whatever.
Well, she did.
Like, Well, she said
Not
it while
everything.
she's at a concert.
Yeah, that's the
of
part.
the guy.
That's the part that's a bigger deal. It's just like, yeah, they're at a concert, she's having fun. This is not the time to have a heart to heart.
Exactly.
Yeah, so that part,
Exactly.
100%.
Yeah.
But even worse, and this goes still with my point of communication is needed to be had. He hasn't spoken to her in a couple of weeks in the same house. Are you insane?
He's still not talking about it, yeah.
Yeah, so no, the guy.
Big baby.
He
energy.
hasn't even apologized for the outburst, it seems.
So that's a huge. Yeah. So
Red flag.
this is sort of like in a bit of like a thing that can happen with arranged marriages, because like you are kind of you've got people that they might not be properly developed, and again, these things would develop properly. A relationship would develop properly between two people if it would actually like they communicated and not just got married for the sake of marriage. So like this obviously is like a guy who probably doesn't even know how to talk to people properly, and now posted it on Reddit 6 days ago.
Yeah,
but that's it. It's like the love and appreciation and whatever that you have for a band that you've known longer than this person. Like it's not the same. Like I think as was mentioned. And it's just like that's it. He goes, "Oh, I'm insecure about this. I've always been insecure about this." And then it's like, "Oh, how's an insecure outburst?"
Yeah.
Shocking. Very shocking.
Yeah, so I agree. I agree with that. And I'm like looking into the comments now.
It's something he has to work on himself. He's not going to get it through being married or through other people.
Yeah.
Agreed.
So it's a him thing for sure.
Yeah,
Jordan,
there's definitely a confidence thing going on. There's some of the reasons why people are saying not that the guy is not the asshole. Yeah. And it's hilarious. It is kind of funny because they're pitting the woman's like hobby as a reason, like, oh, she's not mature enough. How dare she? It's like, excuse me? Like, you'll turn around and like this goes back to exactly what I was saying. Like, if you change the hobby to anything else, like, oh, if the hobby was like architectural drawing, or if it was like 3D animation, or if it was editing, or if it was drawing, or like, oh, it's a different story there. But oh, if their hobby is a musical band and stuff like that, well, I mean, if they're still caring, if they're still present with the person's life, then like that's a different story. And you could find someone attractive but not be in love with them. Like that's there's a different set of emotions and parameters that completely tricks. But I mean, this is also an arranged marriage, so yeah, it's possible, unfortunately, that it can happen that the arranged marriage is not that. But if feelings have been developed and they've been reassured that like, no, we're actually, you are a decent person, but then turn around and you freak out like this,
I'm sorry, I just see so many golden replies. I just saw not the asshole. We don't have to normalize corn and loving celebrities just because culture wants to normalize it.
What? A good woman will make her man feel like he's the best guy in the world and never disrespect him like that.
No,
that's how about it's not her job to make him or to get rid of his insecurities. It's his job.
Yeah, that's someone who's like a misogynist, I think, that's responding on that one.
Jeez.
Those are not the
and that's it. It's like
I'm like, yeah. I see another one here. Minho from Shiny is actually the best though, lol.
Yeah, I read that one too.
You guys had an arranged marriage, so yes, she does love you. It's a different type of love. It's more respect and trust, whereas liking Minho is like a hobby. That's just slay. You get it. It's like it's a hobby that's gone a bit out of hand, but like it makes me happy.
Yeah, I think it's okay. Given the context of like they were at a concert and the guy had a bit of a flip thing going on, that's a bit of an issue. And then this is a one-side story of a guy who's insecure about himself. And like I bet you if we started asking the girl like, "Hey, is there any hobbies he's forcing you to do all the time?" I'm sure there is as well. And that it's going to be like normalized there. And yeah, so I think there's more like this is why I think arranged marriages are not the right way to do things.
Oh, I agree. I'm just breaking out in laughter because of these comments.
But the comment, like, but I all the ones that are saying that the woman is in the wrong, the reasoning behind it is all like, well, her hobby's stupid. I'm like, I'm sorry, no.
Oh yeah, I have
everyone who says that can never use the excuse where like, oh well, my video games is not stupid, it's normalized, or my music is not stupid because it's normalized, but her music is. So like that's why like I'm not bothered. Like to give a bit of more internal fun regarding like our little group, we do make fun of Anne sometimes about her K-pop. The reason why we make fun of Anne about her K-pop is not because she likes K-pop, it's that she talks about it every single minute of the day and won't stop talking about it every single minute of the day, and then she'll even overthrow live sessions and talk about it by having the whole lyrics discussed every single minute of the day. So we're making fun of her. And not her hobbies, not her interests, not her whatever. Mm-hmm. The minute that we start going K-pop, anyone who says it, and I do it all the time, is anytime someone goes K-pop is stupid, why does she like it? I'm like, she's allowed to like it, just like you're allowed to like computers, and they're allowed to like anime, and this person's allowed to like
Minecraft.
Sure.
And am I the asshole threats?
I mean, I don't like it. It's a life. But
no, yeah, that's the same. Like, I know most of it is banter, just with Jesse saying, "Please tell K-pop is awful." I'm like, fuck you.
You're not here to change minds necessarily.
No,
you know?
No. Yeah, and I just saw another one. Not the asshole. A-word. I have the biggest crush on many celebrities. I even told my boyfriend about the Help Us list. But even then, I would never make my boyfriend feel inferior to people I've never met. And in the same regard, don't even know I exist. She has an unhealthy obsession with this guy.
I think
like honestly,
continue.
I think the foaming, literally saying, but as Body Rhythm came on, she started quite literally foaming at the mouth and screaming. That's just overdoing it.
Yeah,
don't start foam. We're not dogs.
Yeah, I think it's. I think the guy is a little like I think the guy is being a little too liberal with his like analysis of the moment, but like I think it's more like how he sees it rather than like I bet you the real life scenario was just her still excited, but just like having fun. But like in his mind's eye, it's like almost like a Looney Tunes auga, hubba 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 like level of like animation that's happening in their eyes.
Okay, that's a problem because there are actual songs where some parts of his howling as a wolf.
That has nothing to do with the comment, and you know it.
You were howling like a wolf.
But I'm talking about the fact that he's seeing it like she's acting like a cartoon character, while the real life scenario is probably much more tamer than that. Yeah, I'm not talking about what they do in their shows.
Yeah, the explanation, by the way, is I think I'm an asshole for having such an outburst, considering how much I know they mean to her. She has always been really open about fangirling, and I've always been really supportive, so I feel guilty for yelling at her about something so trivial. But it's been really bothering me. So even the dude knows.
Yeah, I just think that
It's
there's
just-
maybe a discussion to be had, but I think it's a lot more of like maybe the guy needs to go see a psychologist for just to help him with his insecurities, because like that's a little bit more where I think is going on, and like you're married. What even if she's enjoying like watching, she's still with you, and there doesn't seem to be anything wrong with the relationship overall. So
Yeah.
Like, if she had gone to the concert with the goal of, like, meeting him backstage or whatever, like, you know, if she had taken, like, more severe steps into, I don't know. Yes.
Do you know how expensive that is?
Well, no, but that's I'm just saying, like,
Literally.
if she had shown, like, more severe intent in, like, meeting the guy or, like, you know, talking about getting with him or whatever, like,
yeah,
you know,
I think
that's different.
Okay,
I think that's the point. Like the money, I think that's even the point that Jordan's trying to make, is that cost wise or otherwise, she didn't go out of her way to go crazy about it.
Mm-hmm.
And
You know, meet and greet tickets for K-pop groups can range, for Shiny specifically, can range from 1,000 to 5,000 per ticket.
okay, so she didn't spend that money, or try to chase after the boys, or try to. So she just had an event that she paid for, like any other person would have gone to an event that they paid for a concert. Yeah, that's fine.
So yeah, I was like, you know what, I need to explain what it actually is. It's an expensive hobby, Jordan.
Well, expensive. Like, I've seen people go to concerts for $1,000. That's fine.
Yeah,
I'm not saying it's not expensive, but it's just the like.
I just needed to explain how expensive it was.
Yeah, but so is owning a computer, and the hobbies go with doing stuff off a computer. A good, reasonable computer is $1,500 to $3,000. So, am I taking over and not caring about my fictional significant other because I'm on the computer all the time?
You tell us if you are.
Yes.
Blink twice, fictional significant other if he doesn't treat you right.
Crouch twice if I need to get to, anyway. Yeah, okay. The guy needs medical help. I do think his outburst was maybe, and his later self-incarceration is a little over dramatic.
Yeah, it's very dramatic.
They were at a concert they paid for that cost a significant amount of money. I sure hope she got her money's worth and enjoyed it. And
yeah, he decides like, oh, I'm gonna ruin this thing that you like for you because I can't deal with my own emotions.
Yeah, so I think there is a level of
it's manipulative. Yeah,
I don't think it's no. I think he's just. I think it's just insecure. I don't think it's manipulative. I think it'd be more manipulative if he was like using it more against.
Well, he's isolating himself for attention too.
Yeah, but that's
instead of talking to her normally and going like, "Hey, this upsets me." It's like, I'm going to not talk to you because I'm upset.
I don't know. I don't think it's manipulating when she's like, okay, I'm going to go do my own things until you come out of your room. Like, I think
I'll just vibe to Shiny.
Yeah. So I don't think...
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I get some peace and quiet while I vibe to Shiny now.
Oh, sweet. Well, it's like, let me know when I have to feed you. All right, well. My roommate's being antsy.
He's been demoted from husband to roommate.
Well, I mean, if they stay in the room all the time at this point...
Hopefully he gets promoted to Shiny someday.
Oh, jeez.
That's bad, honestly. honestly, Jordan Minnow doesn't look bad.
All
I
right.
don't know what it is with me and K-pop main house.
Oh.
But
Yeah,
yes,
neither
anyone
do
else?
I.
And
Like,
that's okay.
Yeah, okay. I just need to.
Uh oh.
I just need to explain to Jordan why.
Explain to Jordan what.
Please
why.
explain with pictures.
That's what I'm doing.
Congratulations, you like eye candy. I think most people with like pictures
Okay,
of
I love his personality too. Okay.
the photo is showing personality.
We'll see.
Think that. Okay, I will send multiple photos to explain personality.
No. Okay.
Where's the personality? I need to
In the
see
next
more.
photo, too.
Oh, okay.
While the girls are crushing.
No. I need more personality.
I'm on it. I'm on it.
While the girls are crushing on that, I think this is a good place to wrap up. This is fun. A little bit crazy. But again, I think what's good about all this in the long run is like going through the stories, kind of like the I don't know, like I like doing these as a good practice of being like, hey, like, are we? It's like, is this good? Is this bad? What is it? And it's fun doing it with being able to have the discussion, being able to have a discussion with
It's makeup
with others as well, because
music video.
because then we have like difference of opinion. We can discuss about it. And we can figure things out, and see if like, okay, maybe there is something we're missing. And obviously, the last one I didn't hear a bit of it on it regarding the concert, but yes, it can lead to like, and that's how quick these situations can flip flop as well. Like, and we had one with the father as well, where it's like, hey, if the father properly discussed this with the wife and actually showed up for the baby's birth, then yeah, maybe this thing would have been resolved. But if you just being a butt plug, then guess what? You're gonna be thrown out. You're gonna be pooped out.
My goodness.
Yeah.
I don't like the graphic descriptions.
Well, there's a reason I'm saying it that way, because we did a recording of Jackbox Party Pack, and butt plug was actually one of the very weird situations that's happened. So expect a short from that soon.
I got it now.
I'm wrapping that up, and you'll see.
It's linked.
You'll see when that comes out soon. I should have it done before the end of the week, or maybe sooner, to wrap that up. But yeah, that was fun with people on the weekend. We played Jackbox, but sometimes things get a little wacky. But with that, thank you very much, everyone. Thank you, Jordan. Thank you, Anne.
You're welcome.
The stories. Well,
thank you for letting my K-pop me out at the end.
That was perfect. It was related to the story, and we were able to talk about it. And yeah, there's no problem with that, so long as you're not reading the lyrics.
I may need to do more research.
Yeah, apparently Jordan's gonna have to do more research for quantum physics.
As you should.
Yep.
As you should. Jordan, Jordan, you want to do the research after the live? You cannot be busy.
Oh boy. In any case, for everyone that showed up, thank you very much. You guys are awesome. Have yourselves a wonderful day. Have yourselves a wonderful night. And see you in another stream. For sure, next Saturday. But maybe there'll be another one during the week. So keep in touch. Like, subscribe, say hi. Yeah.